Is it?
Your
Yeah, yeah.
topic as well, still.
And it was
Yeah,
your
man. Bring
it was
them over
actually
here.
for
What happened to
Breaking
them?
the system, ways to go about uniting
Hold
again.
on. Let me just tell them that we're in this other chat then, quickly. Let me just let them know.
yo, which color is a joker, man? Jed, you're a joker, bro.
I
Man,
know,
kept
honestly.
quiet.
Yo, what
You kept
happened?
quiet.
Allow both. What?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to turn off the link off, man. Sorry about that, bro.
I don't know what's going on. Where's Ziriab then? What happened to him? He just disappeared.
And scattered minds.
And scattered minds.
Mm.
Don't worry, I'll post the chat. I'll post the links in them chats again.
Yeah, fam. 1 second. Let's just let everyone get in. Let everyone get in. Get me. 1 second. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Big up racks. Scattered minds. What one from? Come on. Arsenal, Chemo, Council, different species, and Chisul. Big up, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah. What are you lot saying then, man? What was that? What was that you were saying before earlier in the other chat? How to escape the system?
Yeah, man. And how to ways of unifying and them things there.
Okay. What did Scatter Minds come up with?
I
Yo,
don't know,
Scatter Minds,
man.
jump on.
I got removed. Oh man, yo, you're funny, man.
We got Yasin. I like Yasin Flames. Boxing and quick foods. Yeah.
And why?
Oh, so yeah, do you want to start this subject? Step Nicey, can you introduce the subject? Well, I just box this quickly.
Yo,
Yelping.
what we dealing with then? What subject the one that we was doing in the back chat? Oh dear, attack on masculinity.
You can start with whichever one you want, bro.
Good question. You know what it is? I was doing something here, so it's better if someone else start off. I'm in the flipping. Give me like 1 minute, yeah. To finish off what I'm doing. Yo, he's not even listening. Yo,
Yeah. I heard you.
Yeah.
I heard you, bro. I heard you, man. Wagwan. We got man like Jacob.
Yo, Wagwan. What's
You
happening?
say, hey, Jacob, do you think there's an attack on masculinity?
Oh, we're breaking down feminism, yeah?
Well, I'm just saying, do you think there's an attack on masculinity?
Per se, a little bit. Because every time like you're just chilling with your mates, maybe you have like a little wrestling or whatever, it turns into as if it's some sort of you're being violent. It's just standard stuff, like your standard jokes you crack with your mates, standard stuff like that. I don't know.
And it's labeled as violent when you're just messing around and that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I can see that still. I can see that definitely. Like roughhousing, that's what they call it, innit? Or play fighting.
yeah, takedowns, whatever.
Play fighting. I think that's an early stage where they start really trying to, where like your male tendencies get demonized. Should I put it better that way? Your male tendencies of like, play fighting, wrestling, these kind of things. It's like it's bad. It's not a good thing.
Yeah, it gets turned into some bad thing. I don't know why. It's silly.
Usually they say, "Oh well, basically, because someone's gonna get hurt." That's basically the excuse. Someone's gonna get hurt, isn't it?
Well, but that's how kids learn, though. That's how kids learn, isn't it? Like when you're walking, when you're taking steps, like you fall, you get back up. Standard process.
Definitely. What are you saying, Raz? Yo, Raz.
Yeah, man, it's true, bro. Like, you see, like, I feel like, especially the women in the schools, I think it starts from the schools, man. Because I remember me and the lads used to get in trouble for just banter, man. And it's like, what do you want us to do? Like, keep quiet and fold our hands and walk like little women? Like, come on, man. Like, we'd be like jumping on each other, like baiting each, like jokingly though, like baiting each other, like hitting each other in the arm. Like, do you remember them times where you have to give a guy a dead arm? Yeah. Then man, I think I got suspended, no, detention for that, like. But big time for. I'm like, what? Like, bro, I do this. We play like this when we're in the streets, but like, it's just like, it's sad to be honest, bro. Like, and not all these little cooks rocking around thinking that they're being macho because they standing up for female rights, bro. Like it's just a big fuck fest, bro. Sorry if I don't know if I can swear anymore. Sorry.
No, but I do think
it's kind of ridiculous.
I do think feminism currently is a joke. Like we already have equality. What feminism started out to be, as in
bro, this is what I say.
That was fine, but current feminism is just a joke, bro.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, feminism, women being treated rubbish is all like don't get me wrong. There's some certain men that are, but this whole thing that the world's a patriarchy and the world revolves around men, it's all bullshit. Because we wanna have a nice car to attract a woman. We want to have the good job to attract the woman. You're not gonna do them things to attract your mate friends. You're gonna do them things to attract females. You dress nice, you cut your hair, you clip your nails, you do whatever you need to do to look good for women, and then you're probably gonna provide for that woman. And I don't, and I'm not trying to be like a woman here, because I love women. I treat women like they're queens, because I believe that women are queens. Yeah, but it's just like the way these men are trying to put female things on men and say that men should act like this way, even though that's not the nature of men. It's just a bit mad, bruv. I'm sorry, it's just a bit mad. Like they're trying to say
feminism destroyed the black family, in my opinion.
100%, bro. 100%.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, they especially here in America, they propagated and used the black woman and try to separate her from the black man, thus creating a separation there where normally you wouldn't find that. Especially if you're like a proud African, unapologetic. Yeah, it definitely destroyed the black family.
Don't know why you lot all gone silent, but I definitely agree. You get me? And if you disagree, then say that. But I definitely agree. Feminism was introduced to derail attention and energy from the quote-unquote civil rights movement. And just when people were picking up some kind of momentum and becoming politically, ideologically, becoming aware and an increased sense of, you know what, self-determination and that, the family home was struck a severe blow by like basically the women leaving and being told that give up your God-given gift of being a mother and starting a family and go out in this world, put on some jeans and chase this masculine business capitalism type ethos way of living. You get me? And they went and did that and thought that that was their right and what they wanted to fight for, the right to, you know, work and being, and they gave up being the nurturer, the water bearer, the you know, they gave up being mums, and were tricked into thinking that that role, the role of standing behind their man or standing with their man, was somehow subservient, and they needed to actually stand next to their man or in front of their man, should I say? So instead of being led, they wanted to now stand with or lead. And I don't know if you feel like the world is better from it, but I don't think it is still. I don't think the world's a better place. And they went and stood, like the black women, especially like in like the Americas, in America, should I say, they went and stood side by side with the white women that were fighting for the feminism movement, and they joined forces, and the white women all got promoted and got big jobs and that, and a lot of the black women were kind of left behind, I think, in that deal. You get me? Like they made some kind of like coalition, and then they kind of still got shat on, because as we know, no matter where you are, you like, the aim is to make us the bottom of the barrel, the bottom of the ladder, wherever it is. So even when even when the black woman and her white counterpart got the positions or got to the point where they could be considered for jobs, then a lot of the white women were getting picked over the black women. And this is what I feel like in terms of history, what I saw from the feminist movement. That's how I think.
And let's not forget the mother of feminism, Margaret Sanger. You know, she's
a Nazi, like that. She's crazy, man. Like,
is she the Planned
eugenics? Yeah, eugenics.
Oh, eugenics. Yeah. Cool, yeah.
Yep.
She openly called for the
now 1 million black babies in America being aborted every year because of her sort of strife and policy. So, you know, like every time we chase something that's not ours, an ideology that's not ours, it ends up backstabbing us in the back. You know.
Anyone else wanna
say
anything?
I'll jump in quick. Big up everyone. I mean, the last show was live, and that was Joe Cool through work, man. I was laughing at my but yeah, on the feminist thing, I agree with you, lot, and I do want to talk more about masculinity being on attack directly. But just on the feminist thing, I agree definitely. Like in America, we saw the destruction of the black family. We're seeing crazier rates of abortions and stuff now as a result. And that woman, I believe, she was a eugenicist as well. However, a question I pose to you guys is: do you think, if we take the black community out of it, within like Western society, and just say, for example, here in the UK, white British people, do you think there was a place for feminism for white women in this country? Or do you think they should have just allowed it and chilled?
Shit, didn't it start over there?
Yeah. Like they're throwing themselves on the horses and thing to get the vote.
Wait, it's hard to understand you. I'm trying to. What you say?
So, because basically what I'm trying to say is, like, I think feminism.
Yeah. You gotta speak a little bit slower for him, Carl. He's trying to catch your accent.
Okay, sorry, my bad. All right, cool. So, for so here in the UK, like when feminism started, obviously there wasn't that many black people here in the UK during that time, basically. And when they was talking about feminism here, they was mostly talking about rich white lords, mostly male, having complete control over the household, having control over their wife and their wife's property and things like this. So what feminism was about here was for women trying to get some control of those things. Do you think that was necessary? Because as far as I'm concerned, I feel like equality between men and women isn't necessarily a bad thing in certain ways.
Could you give me your the time frame that you're talking about? Like, is that the 60s or is that before then? Like, when you talking about the feminist,
that's like 1800s.
Okay, that's cool. And you say what? And you say what is the good thing about it?
Yeah, is there any good thing about feminism?
Yeah, I would say everything is some good thing to everything because it helps analyze for analytical purposes. So for analytical purposes, I would say that a lot of us already have female tendencies a little bit because we was raised by our mothers. That's something that we can't help. So with that being said, there's some things that we actually do like. So it is what it is. It's like, let's just be real. Most businessmen know that they usually keep a female in the office or whatever because she's going to ask questions that we don't think about. You know what I'm saying? So it's like biology and things of that nature. Yeah, for analytical purposes, I would say yes, it does have a purpose.
Yeah, 100. I would say so I feel like feminism definitely was a bad thing when it was introduced to America, and it's generally not been necessarily carried. Like right now we have radical feminism, which is trying to say that men are the enemy, etc., etc. However, there was a period, and there has been a period of time where this patriarchy kind of thing has existed. For example, in Jamaica, women are treated like daughters get given away certain times. Do you know what I mean? In certain areas, in certain places, there is a certain a way in which women are treated different to where men are treated, and where maybe feminism would be a good thing there. And maybe the issue was, well, I think in the West, when feminism came in, what happened is you got a lot of black women who got a lot of money, got jobs, got given everything, and the black man didn't get given anything in that phase. Because when civil rights came in, they mixed it with feminism. So having a black woman on your worksheet made more sense than having a black man because you're ticking two boxes. And so now you had these women who had jobs, who had money, and you had men who were overwhelmingly in America becoming incarcerated. And so it really did tear down the family there. But my question, would that have been as easy if there was good or cordial relationships between black men and black women in the first place? Maybe it's a question I'm asking.
Well, you had said something earlier, as far as like if it was in a certain area or a certain environment. Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's say that this is the Titanic, right? Let's say that, America, UK, and Canada, or even Australia, if it's some Australian people. You know what I'm saying? That's all considered Western civilization. So let's say this is a Titanic, the Western civilization. That means that it's an artificial world. So of course, in this artificial environment, you're gonna have people say that, oh, we're equal, and you have females making money and this, that, and the third. Now let's take it to Africa, where it's people out there that shit don't work, man, dude. That shit don't work because it's like at the end of the day, you still gonna need men, and that's like I say, even with this artificial environment, you still gonna need men because this is everything. Like the difference between a feminist and a traditionalist, they both need men. It's just the feminist is gonna say no, we don't. But even though they're gonna have marches and meetings and say that, hey, we need to build more women's shelters, but who gonna build those shelters? Not them. You know what I'm saying? And the traditionalist, and she's mad at the feminist because the feminist is telling all her secrets. Or the traditionalist, she just want us to be her slave and her tool. Basically, I go to work and you stay home and watch, that tool shit.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's all artificial environments. Now, when we go to Africa, it's plenty of tribes and stuff like that is trying to do that. But even the males that's been shunned away and thrown outside the communities or whatever, the tribe, whatever, even when they go interview those same males, they say that, guess what? They still need us. Because guess what? They got babies over there, right? So how the fuck they get them babies? We over there fucking them. Guess what? How did they motherfucking stop the motherfucking flood from coming in? Them females ain't do that shit. They still came to come over here and come get us. Even though they separate us, you know what I'm saying? They say the males try to take over, all that shit that white women brought to them and told them some shit, and now they believe in that shit. So it's like, at the end of the day, man, that shit only works in an artificial environment. Let this shit go to shit tomorrow. We're gonna have a whole bunch of motherfuckers forget all about that feminist shit.
Yeah. I agree.
The environment. Yeah, sorry. Go, Jed. Sorry.
No. I just wanted to say I agree. That was an excellent point. That point was, I like that still.
I think the problem with I think it's called third wave feminism today is, it just tries to co-opt the struggle of African Americans today or people of color. They'll probably try to distract the real issues and make it more about them, which is what I really hate.
As we got a sister on melanated, I can't see your full name. Is it Goddess?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Hi, sister. Big up. Do you think masculinity is under attack?
Oh yeah, definitely.
In what way, in your eyes?
Hey, hold on.
I,
Before you both of y'all answer that, hold on, sis. Don't forget what you about to say. I don't want to interrupt you, but just give me. Can both of y'all give me y'all definition of masculinity? Because I think a lot of people define that differently. But go ahead. My bad.
Okay. Yeah. That's a point. That's a point. You can go first, sister. You can go first.
oh, I thought is another sister on the call? Is there
Should I
another
get?
sister?
No.
Oh, okay.
So you're our only female voice right now.
I am not speaking for all women. I'm gonna start by saying that I'm
Yeah.
not. That's too big of a That's too big of a charge for me to speak for all women. Um, I would say masculinity to me.
Morning. How are you?
Good morning. Um, Gosh, it just seems like it's like a
Good.
no-brainer
How are
or
you?
something, but I guess it's not.
All right.
So masculinity would be someone, or when a man is kind of operates in what I would say is a natural way of being a man, based off of his biology, a certain level of, what testosterone, what it does to a man, and so forth. Masculinity, being hairy, things like that. Physically strong, and so forth. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in a restaurant and they're calling out numbers. So, um, but also, I guess based off of what I'm exposed to, and I live in the Western world, and I live in the United States of America, and I'm used to seeing men being leaders, men being, you know, providers, protectors, and all of those things. And to answer the other question about how masculinity is under attack, I think a lot through our social media, where and imagery. I think that what is promoted is images of black men being weak, being having a lack in a lot of different areas. Um, that they show when he's being dominated by other males. They they promote, um, to me, the exceptions and not the rule, which is men who are more effeminate, and they put
Yeah.
that image to the forefront. Um, you know, I personally don't embrace those images, but I will not lie and say that some black women do. That's
Yeah.
just not the team that I'm on. I hope I
Um,
answered your question.
yeah. For me, I think masculinity is about like a natural balance that we are being robbed of. It's like you're being closer to your instincts. It is being protective. Sorry, can I mute your stuff, please? Out. Yeah, it's about being protected, being a leader,
All right. Thank you.
being in tune with like nature. I think that's all part of being a true man, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh
Certain
man,
level of self
I don't
confidence.
think so.
Yeah. But this is me,
No, I
innit?
agree
This is
with you
my
about that.
Right,
I
right,
feel like
right. No, that's
leadership.
you telling your personal. Yeah.
I feel like leadership. Yeah, because to instinctively be prepared to take the responsibility to lead on something. Trust me, it is a big responsibility, and I realize a lot of men are scared to take that responsibility now, and I
And
think
a
that
lot of
goes
women are
hand in
doing
hand.
it though, bro.
I think that goes hand in hand. Yeah, I think a lot of women are doing it because the men are not picking up the slack, and I also feel like women's hormones and women's roles are being what's the word? What's the word?
Reverse, you saying?
Yeah, engineered. Yeah, social
But when you
engineering.
say that, bro, I want to go
Huh?
back and forth with you on that, bro, because I want you to see something that you don't maybe like you just said, the
Go on, bro.
roles, right? You said the roles, right? The roles are being
Yeah.
or engineered, right? So who created those roles?
No, like I'm talking our natural roles. I'm not
Okay,
talking
then, but
about in
it's like when you
society.
say that, when you say
I don't
natural
mean like,
roles, you
oh, go to
basically
work and
describing a female as being a man.
say that again, fam.
I say when you said that, when you just gave all those different examples, I can
Yeah.
also put that onto a female. That's why I say that man and woman is like titles.
But that's why,
Because
but it's not natural. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
That
I don't know
you
though.
could put
I
it
don't.
on a female, but it's not natural for her to be doing those things. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know if it's. I think that females have their departments where they lead at, and I also know females have adapted to cope with men that don't lead in certain aspects. Yeah, in as a way of survival and as a way of social engineering to prepare us to prepare the climate for these times we're in now, where the roles are basically being reversed and they're promoting like a third sex, a third gender. You know what I mean? So I feel this is part of the plan with feminism and way before that to
well,
try
that
and
explains exactly what I was about to say. You say a third
yeah,
gender,
yeah,
right? So a
Can I just chime in
transsexual,
on this real quick?
a transsexual can be a man, right? A transsexual female could say she a man. A transsexual man could say he a woman. So that's why, I stick with that male and female, because that actually lets you know exactly what they got between their legs. And
okay,
like you
yeah,
Can
say,
I say
that
something real
the,
quick?
the social engineering right now is kind of, like you say, it's making a third, whatever you want to call it. And
yeah,
motherfuckers got to be specific on that shit, because you could say a
yeah,
woman and you got this dude showing up in a fucking dress, and
yeah,
you'll
yeah,
go to
yeah,
and you can get sued if you don't accept him like that in the society that we live in now.
yeah,
I
yeah,
yeah. I think that the elites are trying to pacify us, and they're trying to pacify men through this effeminization of men, and like if like they're trying to get because I think angry women are way more easier to sort of because I don't think they're trying to completely masculate women. I think they're trying to make them um sort of uh, like um super angry or agitate them to like have the perception that they're more masculine, but indeed they're not really, and are trying to make men effeminate in order for them to easily dominate us. If you get what I'm saying. Like they're trying to make us super subservient and remove all the things that make us men. You know.
Yeah.
yeah. Step nicely. Can you touch on this, or you still doing something?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I feel certain things are missing, man. Like, even within men, like, even my man touched on it. Like, there's a natural inclination for us to be more feminine. But even then, like, back, we used to have rites of passage where that's where you'd go from being a boy to a man. You get what I'm saying? And certain things are missing now. You get me? Man's rites of passage is more time in the streets, fam.
yeah. The rites
You
of,
get me?
rites of passage. They said, look, you're now,
Go from
you are
into the
now a man,
guild. Here's a
and this
spear.
is the significance of being a man. And here is a significant, yeah. And this is what your granddad did. This is what your great granddad did.
Yeah.
This is the tradition. This is. You get me? I get that. Still, a lot of us
No,
miss that. Jews have even got the bar mitzvah. I know it's religious, but it's still
it's still something.
something.
that's a real good point you making.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you look back in time, what were some of the rites of passages? Is anyone aware of any of those rites of passages that
Hunting
hunting?
and trials. They need to survive in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even hand-to-hand combat. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
modern day rites of passage. I mean, I'm from the south side of Chicago, so you got to do that little walk home from school, and you got to
Yeah,
box. You dig what I'm saying? And if you don't, you
yeah,
already know what's gonna happen every day. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's a rites of passage that, especially us males, we definitely got to go through. Nowadays females damn near fight more than us, so they kind of got their own thing too. Yeah.
yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I would say That's an artificial one, but it definitely was one that I had coming up. Like,
Right.
but now we're not, because nobody wants the box. Because no one wants the box. It'd be cool if everyone was boxing. No one wants the box now, so you go out there with your boxing skills and get shot in the face.
I'm making sure I throw my son out there. That gotta happen.
To me, that's the lack of masculinity to an extent, because before a man will go out, box, have a fight, you know, then go out the next day with a black eye, probably still go out and grab you. You get me, car? But now, man, them ain't gonna go out because the picture's probably plastered all over.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Right.
So you could take a loss them days, man. Because so masculinity, would you say, is a? I don't even know if that's specifically masculinity, just humility in general, learning how to take a loss. No one wants to take a loss no more, men or female. But definitely, males not wanting to take a loss ends up more in loss of life.
I think that's another thing that us males need to understand. That's just how it goes. You know what I'm saying? With females, like, they're not going to take no loss, and it is what it is. That's cool. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying, to an extent. But I've yet to hear a female like, you're right or whatever, and that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I ain't got no problem with it. I understand that everything's always gonna be our fault, and I'm cool on that too. Just because at the same time, motherfuckers need to stand up. Be building some houses and some roads out here, and having some places and some medical care for them. So it's like, if we ain't got that, how the fuck is we a motherfucking man? We ain't providing shit. Think about that. How many black men you know building houses for women? None. But we men.
Yeah.
So, even when you look at our natural inclination, men are more like logical in the head, more thinkers. Women are more intuitive, dealing with emotion. You get me? But when you look at it now, women, they're becoming more to logic, and that's making them a bit colder at certain. Like, you see certain things that men do. They're in tit for tat, like, you get me?
Yeah.
I feel
that's
like
part of the whole equality thing, though, isn't it? That's part of that magic spell as well.
To me, that's them losing a bit of that power, man. You get me? Like, shouldn't be lowering your standards, kind of thing, man. Like, you get me? Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, man.
No, I understand exactly where you're coming from.
I
can agree. I've seen it.
Men are becoming like, they're making us saying, it's like, I get it, men are supposed to cry and there's nothing wrong with crying and that. But then there's a limit. You get what I'm saying? You can't be some soft, like, just bawling over nothing and that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you're at school and you got that youth that just always bawling and that, like, get a fucking grip, man. Like,
and
I just put a video. I'm about to put a video in the back, because this and I ain't talking shit. We talking about the male. This motherfucker right here is actually causing bullshit for the rest, because this motherfucker on live Facebook or Instagram, one of them, and he up there crying and begging. Now I understand, like bro just said, all right, you gotta cry, all right, get it over with and wipe that shit and keep it moving. And if you want to, get old girl back, all right, go ahead and do the stint, but don't put yourself out there whereas you're just, that's a lot of males putting themselves out there like it's damn near no recovery. It's damn near like humility, to where she know that she not about to take him back. So it's almost like just embarrassing him. And he knows this, but it's like, is a lot of us, I'm gonna be real, a lot of us don't want to be alone. And it's like, man, it's a lot of us making mistakes as far as females and shit. And it's fucking up some shit, because it's keeping a lot of bullshit perpetuating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I have to learn to just let things go as well, man. I feel like a lot of us are just clinging on to shit that you have to let go. You know what I'm saying? Like, just carrying beer skeletons that, trust me.
Hell yeah.
You're not dealing with shit. You're just bringing, like, that's the next thing, man. You can't run from your problems. Wherever the fuck you're at is where your problems are going to be at, man.
Would you say that is a male thing as well, of like facing up to whatever you need to? Is that a male trait?
Problem solving. Yeah, hell yeah.
Problem solving. Okay, problem solving. So if we're not allowed to problem solve, if we're not allowed to build anywhere we want, because I think ultimately this is what it is. The system that we inhabit in the West and even everywhere else is not one of it doesn't cater to our actual natural male attributes.
Yep.
So hunting, gathering, providing, you know, problem solving, these things are being taken away from us, innit? So we're not using it as much. And over emotionality is rewarded. So all these emotions are being rewarded, just instant gratification from displaying these emotions. Yeah, you get instant attention, you get something out of it, and not so much for being a balanced male. For being a balanced male, I feel like you get reprimanded. So already in school, if you're naturally competitive, if you're naturally defensive or territorial, that's shown us a bad thing. Remember, we're supposed to be territorial. So all these young bucks that are running around saying, where you from? Where you from? We're supposed to be saying that shit. Or we're supposed to be saying it for some shit that we own. You see what I'm saying to you? You know? The young bulls are supposed to be patrolling the area, you get me? And making sure shit's on point. That's their job as protectors of their area. And they're males. They're supposed to be territorial. This is us. We're not even supposed to be living so close. If we're not in the same tribe or we're not in the same shit, we're not even supposed to be living cheek to jowl with our enemies and shit. Like, that's not natural. You see what I'm saying? So all this aggression inside of us is normal. It just gets mislabeled, and I think that's when it gets weaponized against us, because we're not given correct ways to deal with it, and then you know, it shows itself in the wrong ways.
Jeddah, I think there's a couple of things that come into play here. So number one, I think psychological conditioning has come into play. So for example's sake, growing up myself, you know, if I was ever to get, you know, I was bullied quite a lot, but I was never taught to go down and talk about it or share my feelings. I had to man up and just deal with it myself. You know, now we're at a situation or stage where we're being taught to talk about your feelings. How does that make you feel? And I think that from an emotional perspective and psychological perspective, that's really, you know, got to the younger generation where they don't know how to understand their emotions. They don't know how to deal with the, you know, psychological trauma that's kicked in place. Nobody teaches them, right? And because they're not really.
Is it real though?
Is what real?
Like the psychological trauma, is it real?
I personally think it has some sort of play. I'm not saying it has 100% play. It does have some sort of play, though. You know, I come from a background where, you know, I had to survive. I had to do what I had to do to, you know, survive in life. I had to do that on my own. You know, I all emotion and all talking about feelings and stuff like that, I had to keep it inside. I had to bottle it up. Now, whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know. I can't really say. But for myself, I personally think it was a good thing, because it drove me, it fueled me to move forward, and put me in a situation where I needed to be. Put me in a step where I needed to be, rather than, you know, blaming myself, rather than, you know, using or blaming other people for not reaching where I wanted to. So again, we're talking about generations here. So I'm 36 at the moment. So, you know, what we went through back in the day. Because if you think about it, even in schools, they'll go up to children and they'll say, "Look, how do you feel about that?" Or, you know, they'll see a shrink, or, you know, if they have some sort of trauma in their life or death or anything like that at all, they're always asked, like, "How do you feel about it? What does that make you feel? What do you think you should do?" Blah blah blah. And they're not. And
Is that good? Yeah.
It depends.
It's psychoanalyzing, basically.
Yeah, exactly. It depends.
Is that because I feel like this is like Pandora's box.
Yeah.
If you don't open those boxes, because when you're opening these boxes, you're thinking from the perspective of somebody that already, look, the people that created these type of therapies and ways of dealing with whatever you want to call it, psychological issues, like people like Freud, they're actually talented occultists that are good at programming the brain. And I feel like some of these things that actually just create, if I'm being real, I feel like this shit just creates more problems than anything. I agree. Like people, I'm going to therapy. Next thing you know, that person has got all kinds of weird problems, because I think we're built with everything we need to deal with this shit, you know. Like, I honestly do. And I feel like the issue is, you can talk about all your problems, all you like, but we have to address the root of the problems, and the root of the problems,
Well,
9 out of 10 is the system, and how this.
Well, everybody know that police officers it's been countless of cases that police officers put a thought in somebody's head and make them think that they actually did that. That's like psychology is amazing. That's why I like it. I love to study it. A lot of us, I encourage a lot of us to study it because a lot of us don't. You know what I'm saying? We don't even. We're to the point that think about this.
Look,
How many black ancestors that came back and did some and had some counter psychology? None.
Sound like a robot, man.
Yeah, Resh, you was breaking up bad, man. You sounded like a bad T-Pain, man. A Walmart T-Pain you sounded like just then, bro.
Yo, next thing, like,
Walmart T-Pain, you know.
Culture references, man.
Another thing with this masculinity is like passion, or what they say is aggression at times. You get me? Like
passion being but females have passion though.
No, I mean like with us, man. Cause like there's certain times like you're not allowed to be.
You
like,
can hear me now.
Boys are gonna fight and these things. You get me? And certain things like there's nothing. Like the sports and these things are supposed to be substitutes for that. I feel like at times, but even that, you're still gonna fight. Kids fight, dogs fight, everything. You know what I mean? Like it's natural to release, but
fighting. So okay, let's talk about fighting. Let's talk about fighting. Fighting is a trait of masculinity. Would you say what you saying?
Wait, so females that fight are men?
No.
This is what I'm asking, isn't it?
That's what I'm asking. I'm asking too, G. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm asking that. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say is fighting masculine.
Nah, but I'm saying like you see, like with men, we were more likely to get fucking aggressive and like not even aggressive, but it's hard to like hostile towards each other or confrontational. You get me? And enough times like man will shout at each other, but it's nothing. You get me? But
yeah,
it's like now you gotta be like put a lid on kind of things, and you're not allowed to express yourself certain ways. And
and that leads to more frustration.
So
Can
then
I
you're
answer
more
the
likely
question?
to explode. You get what I'm saying? Because
Can I answer the question?
Go on.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done. Go ahead.
Nah,
go on, sis.
Right now.
Okay, I was just going to answer the question about is fighting a masculine trait. I don't think that fighting is a masculine trait. I think that women are socialized to suppress those. I think that it's natural for an individual to want to defend themselves. I think it's natural. If you look at like little baby girls, and if you holding a toy, they'll come up to you and they'll pull it out your hand, or they'll hit you if
Right.
like they show aggression. But I think that there's from early on we socialize our girls to be a certain way and socialize our boys to be a certain way. That's the reason why they say act like a lady or you're not being a nice little girl, because we train our girls to be a certain way and we expect certain behaviors from boys. When my son got in problems in school, they was like, "Oh well, boys will be boys." You know, that's what the teacher would say.
Yeah.
It was
I said, let me ask you a question. Yeah, do you think in a natural environment, on average, say we had a village or two villages next to each other with the equal amount of male and females, would they be in a natural environment an equal amount of male and female fights?
Yep. That's easy. Hell yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think that
hell yeah, humans.
Right. I hear what you're saying, Rush, but he's saying I think that our nature, women are more communicative. Women are more expressive. You do find men who are able to articulate themselves and express themselves, but those men are men that that's not the anomaly. I mean that's not the rule.
The norm.
Those are guys who those are not the norm. Those are men who learn those things, just like they have women who are MMA fighters. They're very aggressive, but that's not the norm. Women don't say, "Oh, you cut me off in line," boom, punching each other in the face. You know what I'm saying?
No. I wasn't meaning it like that. I didn't mean it in that sense. I said, like when you was talking about natural, I don't know. We ain't never been in no natural environment. I don't know. I'm from Trinidad. That's cool, but that's still artificial in my eyes. But whatever. But before colonization, that's cool. But like, I don't know. I forgot what I was just about to say. Some person
Well,
just
everybody's
hold
speculating,
on,
like we
man.
really
Walked
don't
in front.
know.
Hold on.
Yo, no, I think I agree with the sister to some extent, though. I think socialization plays a role to it. My sister's here right now, and like she was just saying, like she thinks that women might have more fights than men, and I know from her, obviously knowing her, she was a little scrappy. She was fine. Business. All right, cool, but she was fine.
Hey, but that's what I wanted to answer to that. Yeah, that masculinity shit. I agree with melanated. I think that shit that falls under that whole title shit. Cause naturally, like she say, motherfucker gonna defend themselves. That don't mean that you masculine or whatever and shit like that. Just cause you want to defend yourself. That's why I try to get away from titles. Cause man, I don't know. Do we have a real definition of masculinity or what masculine? I don't know. What?
Let's whose definition? Let's go get the dictionary definition.
I want to hear Rex's definition. I want to hear what.
Yeah, Rex,
masculinity. I don't deal with those titles though, so I don't really have no definition.
Okay, what's the definition of a male?
I know that most males that be on that masculine shit or that alpha male shit are easily manipulated, and I don't trust them motherfuckers. I can tell you that.
What about a male? What's your definition of a male? Just having a penis?
What about other males?
What is your definition of a male?
Somebody that has a dick and balls between their legs. That's the scientific a male. That's a male.
Are all males created equal?
I don't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. I don't know if my penis is the same size as anybody else. Like that's a. I don't know if that's a real question.
No, I'm saying that's the only measure of a male. The size of it. That's it.
No, I never said nothing about the size until the second question.
No, right. So I'm saying, so when you are evaluating males, that would be the only criteria.
Okay, who has a dick and a balls? Do you have a dick and balls between your legs? So you're not a male.
Right. So there aren't different types of males. I'm asking about other.
I mean, don't you look up the definition of sex and genders? How about that?
Okay, I got you.
I think what she meant was different types of male, as in personality wise. You know,
she didn't say that. You can't speak for somebody that she got it. She
exactly
didn't say that though, bro.
That's exactly what I meant.
Okay, then that's cool. Then didn't say that.
No, I don't. But I'm
and I just told you as far as
there's inferences. So by the way that I was asking the question, you can infer my meaning. I don't have to.
No, that's why I gave you the answer I gave you, and then
and that's why I said,
because you didn't, but you didn't give me personality after I gave you my answer though.
It's all good. I didn't. It's all good.
I know it's all good.
You know what, Resh? You're right. You're right. See, now you have a woman.
I'm not even, but it wasn't even a right or wrong answer. Hey, but see that's I'm glad she did that.
Right.
Glad you did that because that like see, but that's like deviating the whole like.
No, what I'm saying is that you're right. I did not ask the question in a way for you explicitly. You're right. I'm telling you that you're correct in what you said.
You're right.
Whatever. she did that just to be funny. It's cool though, G. It's all good.
You know you my brother. You know you my brother.
No, we're not brothers. We're not brothers and sisters. We are not related at all. We are not related at all. Shit, if I see you in person, I might be attracted to you. I'm not gonna call you no sister. Like what the?
I see you as my brother. That's okay.
Nah, hell no, because I might be attracted to you. You ain't my sister, G. Hell no. That's just real. Hey, come on, like think about that shit. Motherfuckers be around here talking about that brother and sister shit, but really, that's really like a motherfucking a mating ritual. And then later on, dude gonna holler at her ass. Like I don't even play that shit. Like shit.
Well then address her as your queen. Address her as your queen, then.
No, because a definition of a queen is somebody that has like, you know, royalty over a land through birthright and shit like that. Think about this, bro. There's a lot of things that we have problems with talking because if I had my foot,
you just call him bro.
Yeah, because I meant that as a way. I meant that in a way like that's just because I'm from Chicago and that's how we talk. Like if I was from New Orleans, we'd say Wody or whatever. So I didn't mean that as no brother. I just say hey bro because that's just how we talk where I'm from. So like we say Joe and Charlie and goddamn it too.
That's how I thought. That's not good.
Well, you said brother, but the point is, what I was about to say, you made me forget everything I was about to say when I wanted to address him. Oh yeah,
I'm
I was
on
about to
the
say that
Petty, man.
if I had my 6-year-old daughter right here, and she would actually ask me like, "Daddy, is she really a queen?" Because she knows the definition, and I'd be like, "Hell no, that's just how they talk." But that she's not. That's what I'm saying. A lot of us be talking, but if we was to sit little kids in front of us, they'd be fucking confused.
That's a
Just
point.
real.
But that's because the definition of queen has been bastardized. Because automatically, you being born on this born on earth does make you a sovereign. Therefore, does
Exactly.
make you a queen and a right holder over your land. So that
Exactly.
is what we're being robbed from. So actually,
You far away, bro. I'm trying to hear you though. You far away.
Yeah. Sorry. What I'm saying is,
Ain't no queen in the definition, man.
She should be a queen, innit? Say that again?
There's no queen in the definition when we're talking about the terms of what the word queen means. Yeah, queen is like what they say, you know, like the head of a brothel.
A what?
Yeah, like
Head of a what?
A
The head of
madam.
a brothel.
He
You
said
know,
A
like
madam? Isn't a madam in charge of the prostitutes?
Yeah,
Isn't that
yeah.
what a madam is? Oh,
A
so she the
madam.
queen?
yeah,
She queen of the whores? The madam is queen of the whores.
you don't use the term queen. You don't use the term queen. If you got right knowledge, you won't use the term queen. I agree with you, brother. You get me?
Right.
Yeah, we wouldn't use that term. We'd say God and goddess and whatever, but we wouldn't say king and queen. That's a later.
I can call her goddess though. I fuck with goddess more than queen.
That's why my name is Melanated Goddess and not Melanated.
I fuck with that, but that queen shit, hell no, hell no, fuck that. There's females out there that really take that shit to the head. I'm your queen. Like, whoa, you're a human. First off, like the fuck.
But when
We got Queen J in the chat and all that as well. Yeah.
But when brother
Melanated Goddess, or
when
you were referring to different kind of males, were you talking about like a spectrum? Is that what you're trying to say? Like a spectrum of masculinity?
Well, honestly, because they were talking about not really accepting
a queen
the
is a
term
tranny as well.
male and female. I mean, man and woman, right? And we know that people ascribe certain characteristics to what a man is. So I was just saying, based off of what Rush was saying, if we're going to do away with that, which I'm not married to the term, I'm wanting to know, okay, so then if when I think of a man, I think of certain things, then if I'm going to do away with that term, okay, a male, is it the same type of terms? Are male
Oh yeah, constructive BAMs. I thought I gave you the definition. Okay, I didn't do it on this panel, but okay. Yeah, I gave you constructive BAMs. I said BAMs that are constructive, black adult males, BAMs. You know, me and a homie off code and shit. We had gave you a couple different definitions. I don't know if you remember them, but we did say constructive, progressive, and productive black adult males. That's my measurement. So if the black male is productive, constructive, and progressive, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got to be a millionaire, but even if he is living in that studio apartment, he's working on his credit. He's doing something. He's in the community. So when I measure, when you talk about measure, it really ain't got nothing to do with his personality. It's about his actions. As far as being constructive.
So in your perspective, yeah, there are no male attributes.
In my perspective, first off, in order to describe a male,
one second. Let me finish that. That you wouldn't expect to find in his female counterpart.
Wait, I don't understand.
Are there any male attributes? Are there any typical, or are there any attributes you would expect to find in a male that you would not expect to find in his female counterpart?
You'll have to give me an example.
I'm asking. I'm not getting. No, I'm asking if you know of it.
So what I'm saying is, it's already.
One second. Me personally, I was of the mindset that there was male or masculine traits, but you rejected that. You don't fuck with labels. You fuck with a male. He's got dick and balls. Okay. So if an animal has dick and balls, does he have any attributes that you wouldn't expect to find on a female of his same species? Is what I'm saying. So do we have other attributes apart from genitalia and reproductive organs? Is there anything else that makes a male, or that you would expect to find in a male that you don't find in a female?
Well, then, if I was to go ahead and go through that, I would basically be a white person describing a black female. Because to them, all black females look masculine as hell. Shit, I overheard a motherfucker today talk about the black chick that had her dad is a football player. So she came in the office, is like, oh my gosh, she's so intimidating and manly looking. So to them, remember, we in all people, we in other people's society too. So if I was to go ahead and describe that and be like, oh well, this and that, I sound like a fucking white person, and I can't do that. So look, I can't do that. Not in this society. Now, we was in a society of our own, then I could be like, yeah, this and that and whatever. But it's some females out here look masculine than a motherfucker, and I'm gonna just be honest. And then by me going point by point, I'm not about to pick apart our black. No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
So that's a good question. So that's a good question. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was going to say that's a good question with regards to different personality and the body types, right? So we typically know there's 3 different body types.
I just said attributes, brother. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, as in, yeah. So that's, I mean, the bigger the person is, do you think they're going to become more masculine? So typically, from my experience, whenever I've seen a guy who's very slim, skinny, I've always seen them as more kind of emotional or more in touch with themselves to a certain degree. But typically, from my experience anyway, I've not seen a big guy or a masculine guy that's actually been quite sensitive, if that makes sense. So does everyone else agree with that?
I'd have met plenty of big baby Hueys in my day. You slap the fuck out them big ass mother. They don't do shit. I don't know, but that's me. That's my experience. Not you. Not you. Not you though. That's my person.
I presume that's in America though, right?
No, I wouldn't just put that on America. I put that everywhere, bro. I ain't about to do that. I can't. I can't. It's bitch ass motherfuckers everywhere, and there's some strong, aggressive motherfuckers everywhere too. So I can't. And it's hey, but you know what? With that body mass thing too, because come on now, bro. It's some brother. It's a fan that came from Africa, and I ain't talking shit because I was Zulu. I think we was talking about that earlier. I don't know, something like that. But anyway. He came over and man, of course, motherfuckers gonna pick on his ass because he talked different, all that extra shit. But he was whooping ass and he was skinnier than everybody. He was whooping ass left and right. You know what I'm saying? And so even with that whole masculine and big motherfucker, he gonna be the like man. I know some big ass baby Hueys, the soft as fuck. You smack the shit out their ass, they ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, but I think one second. I think you lot are. I just said attributes. So
okay, yeah, titties, ass.
So 1 second. Rest, yeah. Is there anything else like in behavior, in like anything else that you would think that, do you know what? Okay, there might not be many of them now, but if I was back in nature, left in a natural state, I would expect the male of the human species to have these attributes. Typically, do you know what I mean? Like whether it be behavior.
Wouldn't it almost be the same thing as like social engineering, what we was talking about?
Say that again? No. I'm saying it's not social engineering. I'm just saying, look, when we look in nature, do we think we are outside of nature? Or are we in nature?
Yes.
Are we part of nature? Okay, so when we look at species, we know that the depending on the gender or the sex or whatever you want to call it, yeah, of the species, they have different attributes.
Right,
yes
like
or no?
Well, I mean,
like the
you talking about the male lion and the female lion?
Like the male bees have a specific job, and then the female bees have their job, and they do different things based off of their gender, right? So you guys kind of threw out some examples. So, like for instance, like intuition, right? We talked about women being more in tune with the intuitive side, and men being more in touch with the logical side. So I wanted to ask Resh, do you see any substance to that claim, or is that like rubbish and it doesn't really matter and there's no truth to that?
I think that's trained still.
So you think that men are just as intuitive as women?
Yeah, I think they are.
Yes.
But I think I
think we just ignore it though.
They're pulled in the other direction. So like, yeah, I definitely think because your emotions come hand in hand with your intuition. So if you're in the more you're in tune with your emotions, which is basically the way your body feels about what your brain is thinking, you get me? Yeah, that's basically what your emotions are. So it's all about thought. So it shows that thought, emotion, logic, and intuition are all entwined, yeah. But when they put it in these little boxes and they tell you not to be emotional, then you're already cutting off something that adds to you being a complete being. So I know that male and female probably have the balanced capability of being both emotional and logical, but due to roles, they lean to one side or the other. And these roles are determined by their social situation, their social circumstances. And it just so happens that us over in the West are we're in a social climate where it's not really conductive for natural behavior. So we do everything backwards, you know what I mean? We cut ourselves off from the ground by wearing shoes. We cut ourselves off from nature, you know. We just embrace the synthetic, and the more we embrace the synthetic, the less we can be authentic human beings. The more we perpetuate this system, and it just goes on and on and on until we are not human anymore. I think this is everyone's waiting for, like, you know, transhumanism. Everyone's waiting for like some cyborg or some shit or some next species. But I feel like transhumanism really is about making us more and more devoid of nature and natural, like, you know what I mean? This generation that's born today is born into like Wi-Fi and iPads and Bluetooth and microwave and digital this and that and that. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like it's pretty hard for a human to be human, let alone be true to their gender role or their true design, shall I say.
I think a lot of it's because we're being desensitized, man. You get me? Like, numbed off. So a lot of us ain't even feeling no more. You get me? Like, it's madness. So...
Yeah, you lot just went dead on me. What, you still there? What happened?
Yeah, I disagree with you guys in terms of, I think we're more logical based in general compared to being intuitive. We do have an emotional side, but usually logic overtakes that in general because we think things through.
But
I think it's just a natural thing based on hormones, to be honest with you.
But even like, all right then, so this logic, where did it, like, there's a, like, now we're able to think and it, critical thinking and these things, but man ain't always been able to do them things, Eddie. So to say. So like,
do you not think
that means that before man could think like that, then wouldn't it have been intuition that he was living off?
No, if you look at babies, for example, I think they're the most logical things you can see.
No, intuition.
It's intuition?
I don't know.
That's just instinctual. I think babies operate a lot on instinct, you know, like
Right.
until they can until they have more experience. I kind of agree with what Jedi was saying as far as that it's probably our social environments that have us to kind of have like men to suppress it and yield more to logic, because if you look like in like a lot of the belief systems, you know, you typically have a lot of men that are able to, you know, be in touch with their spiritual side, their intuitive, you know, they're able to be more open and hear from their divine essence, and you know, and that's socially acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like they're able to do that more so than, you know, women, you know, being the heads of churches and mosques and temples and so forth. So I think that it's definitely possible, but it's just not like promoted for men to be seen in that way, like how men clown each other. Look at this dude over here in some yoga pose. You know, they would clown somebody doing stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But for women, it's more acceptable to be doing that and to be, I'm going to go within and get in touch with my inner being. They don't really accept that man to man, you know.
Yeah, no, they do accept it, but like, obviously, see you being in you, like, if you see your brethren in like lycra, fucking doing some mad moves. This is the thing, like, more time when man them are doing yoga, when you walk past in the gym and men are doing yoga, it is them kind of effeminate types, and it does look funny. You get me? And I just feel like we were stretching and doing stretches as part of our martial arts and training. Long time, dancing, flipping. Man was running around naked, butt naked. We didn't care about them things, but because of the climate, we judging people on certain behaviors because of how they've made it, man. I think this is definitely got something to do with when they say in the Bible that Adam and Eve realized they were naked. There's something to do with us covering up our clothes that makes us more preoccupied with sexual shit. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It just fucks with our heads a little bit because what is natural, and the fact that we cover shit up probably creates something automatically, subconsciously in the mind. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm not saying we were all butt naked and that, but I think our bodies wasn't such a big deal. We weren't like, do you know what I mean? Like now it's a thing. So I can go to Nigeria and wear the local clothing and I'll be cool. Then I could go somewhere else and they think I'm wearing a skirt. You see what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
But that can be social conditioning, right?
Yeah. For us, it's the culture that's been dictating how we see things and what we can and can't do and what's true and what ain't. You get me? Cause like we already know, innit? Like.
But I think. Oh, sorry, you finished, right?
Yeah.
Let me jump in. Yeah, I think it all comes out of social conditioning, isn't it? Like from top to bottom with human beings, and I think all cultures and all societies have had it to a certain extent. So I don't think you can really get away from it because as humans, because we have this ability to perceive and to understand them, like beyond animals, we're always going to start thinking about things to a certain extent. Like you say, realizing things and then creating things around that has been the problem in some situations. But like, just say you go back to like cultures in Africa, for example, you'll see they will have like you say, they'll be a lot freer, a lot closer to nature, but they still have social norms and things that they've developed over time within their culture. Do you know what I mean? What the men do and what the women do, and they enforce.
Yeah.
And they train the women from a young age, and they, like you say, they have the rites of passage ceremonies in those cultures. Whereas now we have this culture where we've been produced to be economic batteries. Do you know what I mean? For a system, and they don't really care what kind of messages we're getting. They're like, oh, cool. Some men feel like they want to be women. Cool. Let's let that be a thing. Do you know what I mean? As long as we can make money out of it, we're gonna push anything. And so we got into this social. So notice, whereas before you'd have like social, like rites of passages things for the benefit of your culture and your society. Nowadays they have social rights. There's no social rights of passages. It's just do whatever you want. It's a free for all as long as we can make money out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, that was a great way of explaining it, bro. That was real shit. That was a great way of explaining it. I agree with that. The conditioning and the rites of passage got us fucked up.
But yeah, I mean, the society we're in, I guess, like we're not gonna be able to get. I don't know. It's gonna be difficult to get, or like you say, like you get the young boys on the road, like you're saying, which is a natural thing to do. But what are they protecting? Like you're saying, it's not theirs. They don't own it, and in the long run, it's not productive for that. But you don't want to necessarily train that out of them because of that. Do you know what I mean? You just want to put that sort of passion towards something.
So but hold on. Why is we not pushing the narrative that it's natural? Are we in agreement that is a natural? Because this is what I'm saying. I said that when I was saying it was a male trait. Now we're saying that it's not a male trait, or I don't know. So
I don't know.
Is it natural?
I don't know if it's not a male trait, to be fair. I think it's difficult, and I think it is. I think it's definitely a human trait, and I think it's always been part of like humans that the males have taken that role in terms of being the protector role. So I'd agree with you on that as being a natural trait. But I think there's certain things that are socialized beyond that. But I do think being protective or wanted to protect is a natural trait for men and women.
Yeah.
I think a major thing is the cause, man. Like, what is it you're protecting, and you know what I mean? That's if you have to be doing it for something worthy, and but even that becomes something that's selective, or you know, to the what I think's flipping to me, you might not even agree with. Hence why the youths out there doing what they're doing.
Shall I tell you what would be good? Sorry. If like everyone like went around like said what they think it is to be a man, like what makes you a man in this world right now?
Yeah, we kind of did that, but we can do that again. You start.
Oh snap! I'd say those things that protecting your family, providing for your family. Yeah, I think that's the main things that protecting your family, providing for your family, being there for your family. Yeah, I think that's the main things to be a man. Is really
being there for your family.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
But what if protecting your family means not being there for your family? Like, i.e., going to war.
That's part of it too. Because I mean, you got to be with your family up to that point you go to war, hopefully. I mean, if they're too young, you got to go to war when they're young. I mean, that's just part of life, isn't it? That is part of life. But I think you should try to be there for your family. You should try and survive the war if you can and come home. But, you know, you know, these things happen. But I think, because I think having that role model in the house for the young children, male and female, I think when we talk about the father figure, sometimes we do talk about the effect on the male, and I think it's a massive thing. But I think when a girl don't have a dad as well, that has an effect on her. We see some of the effects of that as well in ends right now as well. So there is a role for the father in the home in terms of being an example and like discipline, being an example, and also like just talking and showing the man, the son, how to be a man, and showing the daughter what to expect from a man. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's the role of a father, really. But yeah, like you say, if you go out to war a certain time, like, do you know what I mean? Just make sure what you're working for is actually for protecting is actually long-term benefit. It's not just like ego, or you're just going to war just because you feel like you want to fight. Do you know what I mean? Anyone else?
Boy, I don't even know. I haven't got much to say.
No, that was some interesting insights, scattered minds. I just wanted to ask the panel if anyone or if everyone here is familiar with the 8 circuits of consciousness.
Nope.
So it's a theory. Yeah, it's a theory developed by Timothy Leary, who's famous for like his research in LSD and whatnot. So you can take it with a pinch of salt. But if you just listen out, maybe some of the ideas, just like concisely, yeah, I think it's got relevance. So essentially, it breaks down into 4 circuits. So like the first circuit is it concerns itself with survival and security. So that entails if things are okay or they're not, or somewhere in between. And it's intimately connected to nursing at mom's nipple. You feel me? So if you take an imprint that things aren't safe, so you don't have access, say, for example, then you may overcompensate later on in life by overindulging in food, especially sweet things. Yeah, it's always fun to put things in your mouth, so to speak. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially like when you think about it from a baby point, because we're all babies. There's no like quote unquote gender in your baby in the sense of as we understand it. Of course, there's like sex in terms of male and female, but yeah. So the second circuit is to do with what a couple people on the panel have been talking about in terms of it boils down to territorial and emotional. So in this second stage or second circuit, it's about perhaps the definition of emotional, right? Are you feeling up or down? Are you on top? Are you a top dog or are you bottom dog? Do you get me? And this is when you're a toddler and walking around and whatnot, that imprint is imprinted in you, either top dog or bottom dog, so to speak. Yeah, alpha or beta. You feel me? So then you got the third circuit, which is conceptual now. And then this one kicks in before school, where the child is eager to learn. and starts to have the ability to make mental models of things, which helps you to figure things out, right? Mental map, so to speak. Yeah. So then the fourth circuit, and then I'll give it back to the panel, and maybe we can discuss some of these ideas, is like the social sexual circuit. So whereas the second circuit deals with bosses, like who's going to be top dog, alpha, beta, the fourth deals with there's an echo, you know. Yeah. So the fourth circuit deals with who's cool. Yeah. So it comes down to whether you see someone as cool or not, and then necessarily whether you'd let them get close to you or not, right? And then obviously it will lead up to whether you will engaged in like copulation with them or not. And then there's obviously a lot of shades in between. So it kind of boils down to these life positions. If you look up life positions, you'll see it. So it's like those who are imprinted in a positive way on all those stages, then it's like, I'm okay, you're okay, so to speak. That's the life script that they've got in their heads, unless it's re-imprinted. Otherwise, you could have, well, there's four possible, like, I'm okay, you're okay, or I'm okay, you're not okay, or it could be, I'm not okay, you're okay, or I'm not okay and you're not okay, right? Depending on how you're imprinted. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Maybe it might be insightful, maybe not.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of that's interesting. Like I done psychology A level, I remember. So I done a little bit of this, and similar. Freud has a similar kind of thing. I think it's I don't know, with psychology, obviously it's always difficult to kind of ever test these things to know what's true or what's real. For sure.
Hey, is that stuff legal over there? I hear a lot of people from over in UK talk about that.
What, LSD?
Hello?
What'd you say, bro?
I was asking it. He had mentioned LSD or something, and I was asking, was that legal over there? Since I hear a lot of people from over that way talk about it.
No, I don't think it's legal.
No. I only mentioned it because the guy Timothy Leary did research on LSD in the early days of it being
found.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, now that we've mentioned it, I think it's only right we mention the use of LSD and other drugs by the CIA in MK Ultra, and like as truth serums, right? But that's by and by. Perhaps the intelligence agencies saw the benefit in re-imprinting, basically, in re-imprinting on agents, and utilize this. And maybe Timothy Leary was the guy who was part of that elite or part of the priesthood, so to speak, to use a metaphor, who Prometheus, in a sense, you get me? Who took the fire and told, perhaps, is what I'm saying. But as I say, we can't disconnect LSD from its history of usage in the intelligence services for nefarious ends, let's say. A lot of people were mashed up through that program.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got cut in a bit, so I was going to say, as far as that psychology stuff, I think it's definitely very interesting stuff. It's worth like looking into and probably discussing more.
Psychology is a trap. Psychology is another trap. Come on.
Cool.
They invented this psychology.
On that bomb there, I'm gonna let you have the debate. I got cut out now, but big up on the panel. Yeah, Nuabi, and carry that on, man. Talk about psychology, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, the concept of psychology came from the First World War, when a lot of these hierarchy, their children who were soldiers and generals and majors in the army, were mutiny. They were mutineers. They ran off. You get me? And the cost of that was execution. You get shot in the head or whatever. So they had to find a way to stop them, running out the trenches and blah 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 for certain death. So yeah, that's when they started to mess with acid and LSD and all of these type of drugs. So these are the early founding ideas of psychology. So yeah, that's all I wanted to add still. So I kind of agree with what Zuriab's saying, but yeah, they started using those type of drugs as far back as the end of the First World War. Anyway, yeah. Why is everyone muted, man?
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, that whole thing about the 8 cycles of consciousness. Did you say it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't get the bit of the putting things in your mouth thing. What was that again?
So that's the oral bio survival circuit.
And that's about what?
So essentially these are all imprint stages in the development of the human, right? And so the idea is that depending on how you imprint at various stages is dependent on your outlook.
Okay.
So the first stage is just concerning survival and security. So you can imagine a helpless baby. Obviously, they can't. If they imprint like mother's always there, you know, my source of sustenance is always there. They're gonna feel good. They're gonna feel like I'm okay. You know, like as I say, they're gonna be secure. And if that's a positive imprint, then that means that they will be imprinted with the I'm okay. But if they're not secure, then they're gonna have difficulties later on in life, which may manifest in the form of, you know, overindulging in food, like overeating, especially sweet things. Yeah, that's what I said.
Because each of those chemicals like salt and sugar have different effects on our emotion. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you on that still. You know what I'm saying? Salt makes you feel one way, aggressive, angry, get up and go. Sugar makes you crave that same thing you're talking about, Zuria. Your mother's breast, in a sense. You get me? That comfort, that sweetness. So they know how to play you. So something like fizzy drink is the most confusing thing you could ever have because it contains salt, sodium, and sugar. So you can imagine it makes people erratic. This is why we always cuss the kids and say, "Oh man, he had too much sugar." No, he had too much sugar and salt. He had too much fizzy. That's why we tend to try not to give our kids fizzy drinks. But the level of psychology that they put into these things, you know what I'm saying? To know what sugar does to you.
I definitely do believe that the so-called map of the mind is probably complete. Like, if not well, like into the 60-70%. That's enough, especially against those that don't have any psychological awareness, which is most of us, isn't it? The layman, isn't it? Like, I mean, we may pick up on certain things intuitively, and now in this age of information, you get to understand that certain things you knew instinctively are actually real psychological things. You know, when you think to yourself, there's a reason why this is all a certain color, or why this, and then when you look into it, you see, oh, it is actually a thing. So I'm saying the programming reveals itself accidentally, and then you get it confirmed by science or by some other thing.
Just like prison, you know, like with the example, you know, the coloring of the prison walls or your cell. That's a you know what I'm saying? Like what you're saying. Some cells are pink or a magnolia or a neutral color that makes you feel more docile or more relaxed, or you know.
So the brother was saying that he basically doesn't think it's real if you was to say like men's brains were disposed to. It just basically, there's no difference between a man and a female, between a male and a female. Like,
yeah, that's a fact. If anything, we got less of what they are. You know what I'm saying? I've always understood it to be, say, like male is a defective female. You got breasts, you got, you know.
No, don't say that.
Well, I mean, we've got breasts. Well, us men have breasts, and we don't produce milk. So you know, these are the things that females have, that we have, that are basically have no use in a sense, you know. But all it came from the mind and the concept of a woman. So you know, she fought into existence, man. You know what I'm saying? With her womb. You get me? She fought man into existence. So at the end of the day, You know what I mean? Everything, it goes back to the woman. Isn't it? So the woman can be a warrior. She can be a breadwinner. She can be all of these things because that's what nature requires. You know what I mean? She has all those attributes. You have some of those attributes. You don't have all of them. You don't have the creative ability.
Wait,
Or,
you said
or
we
do
don't
you
have
not?
that what ability?
You don't have the creative ability. You don't
Of course you
create.
do. You have seed.
Yeah, you
What?
have seed, but that has to be implanted. But you
Of
you are not the
course.
carrier. You are
Oh,
not the.
that's
But now
50-50,
she's
bro.
thought herself into the hold on. But the woman's so smart, she thought herself into not being able to not being able to think more into existence. She's thought herself into needing somebody else to
Yes,
impregnate her.
Oh,
That's what
most
you're
definitely.
saying.
Yes,
No, we just balance one
What?
you
another.
needed the
It's not
partner. You
it's
needed the
not
partner.
one above another. It's
No,
not the
no.
woman above the man. We balance each other out. The woman needs the man and the man needs the woman. It's
I
just
believe
that.
that. I believe that. What I'm saying is, in Sniper's perspective, he's saying the woman brought the man into existence, gave birth to him, and then he fucked her and got her pregnant.
Well, not
I don't
her.
know, bro,
Herself.
because you know what? Even saying
You know
That's what
about
we're
something
her.
saying.
like that, that's
Yeah,
that's
for
still
another
almost
female.
thinking
Yeah.
like a motherfucking from a white person perspective. Because if you go look at any of our ancestors, ain't no such thing as no beginning, because we always existed. So it's like even with that brings on a thought pattern of what did the chicken or the egg come first, and I think that's not even of our
Yeah, but
perspective, G.
it's obvious, isn't it? No man came before no woman. Plain
I
and
don't know.
simple, isn't it?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
It's simple logic, bro. Come on, man.
I don't
You
know.
say you're a man and you use your logical mind. Logically know that I ain't seen no child born from a penis.
Oh, okay. I didn't understand you. See, that's the language barrier. I don't be understanding you
Okay,
everything. I
okay.
thought you said something else.
Okay. I
My
get what you know what I'm
apologies.
saying though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that in our logical mind, we would assume or presume, yeah, that woman came first. And then we've got the mathematics, the science, the
But even
chemical
with that though,
formula,
I still think that's thinking like
DNA.
them because it's like I ain't know first if we was here together. You think? I mean, like I'm not saying that that's not logical. I'm just saying that that's still kind of thinking like the ops. You know what
No,
I'm saying?
I don't necessarily think that's true because in nature it's a possibility, where there seems to only be females in that community. You know what I'm saying? Some of them become asexual,
Right,
yeah,
right,
these things
right.
happen in nature. So, and they try to give us an example in that Jurassic Park where they had all females. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't want no males there, and then somehow there were eggs, and they still managed to produce males.
Michael,
Well,
talk the thing, chat.
he said,
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
fuck dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are fake anyway. Fuck that. But yeah, I do
Hey,
agree.
listen, don't even upset
Shut
my
up, man. Dinosaurs are sick. But hear what I'm saying. Yeah? I do agree that some females do turn into males in nature
wow.
when there's a lack of males, or rather, should I say, some females do develop the attributes that allow them to reproduce in the
but
absence
Jedi,
of
what's
females.
responsible for this
Wait, I was
metamorphosis?
about to
I
say
don't know.
like shit. We ain't saying no motherfucking apes turn into humans. So how can we say that's true?
No, because you can you can have hen and a hen with the absence of a rooster or a cockerel.
A cock.
Yeah. Without a cock,
How do you know?
one of them hens is gonna turn into a cockerel.
Is that
That's
right?
what happened. And
One of the
the same with like seahorses, and the same with a couple other weird species that just depending on like a certain fish, depending on what's needed in its environment, is what it will,
Yeah.
And if it was once female, but it needs to be male in order to, then this happens. Apparently.
So what's needed in this environment then?
Oh no,
I don't know.
Just surgery. In this environment, you just need surgery.
No, look, I wasn't even going there. Hey, melanated, how you gonna do that to me, G?
You know what? I think
you
everybody's
put words in my mouth.
ignoring the in between. What about the hermaphrodite? That would be a perfect example of something that is a meld of the, you know what I mean, of the two.
All right, then. You want hermaphrodites? Well, let's ask. I'm Funky.
Yeah, hermaphrodites
Funky.
are literally nothing more than a genetic mutation. That's it.
Exactly.
Also,
and you're still my brother.
this is random, yeah? But somebody WhatsApped me a video of a woman with 2 vaginas. And I thought to myself, nah.
That sounds like porn.
Yeah, it was. I can't lie, it was. But it was just like,
So did you think it was man-made?
No, it was real. It's literally just genetic mutations. It's not even difficult to figure out. She's basically a mutant. Like, you know that girl from Total Recall? Something like that.
With the free breath.
Right.
That's the one.
Nah, I don't know. Double vagina. I know. I've heard the stories of people with multiple ball sacks and that. You know what I'm saying? But I've never heard of 2 vaginas.
I don't know. Got some weird
2 ball sacks. Don't let Raz hear you say that. He's gonna do barbecue.
He said, "What? Hey man, I understand y'all. G, I'm trying to understand y'all."
Yo, Resh.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand. Which all I heard was barbecue. I ain't heard nothing else she said.
Yeah. No, basically, Raz, where Raz is from, yeah, his people have eat some form of his people eat. I don't know if it's cow balls or what it is. I don't know. Raz, what is it again? His people balls.
Yo, Jedi, listen. If a woman is born with 2 wombs, can she simultaneously have babies in each womb?
No, a woman. Has a woman been born with 2 wombs?
Yeah, bro. All these genetic mutations are regular business these days.
I don't know about that. I ain't really heard of that. But it's
I don't
supposed
know
to be
about anything like that. I don't know. 2 wombs. Is there space for 2 wombs? I don't know.
Bro, listen, she must have been a biggin. I don't know. But, like, these things happen, innit?
I don't know if they happen. I don't know.
Bro, the other day, I found out there are some babies that are born with teeth. I was like, what kind of genetic rust antibiotics was your parents on?
I heard about that as well. Baby being born with teeth.
Yeah, bro. Like,
come out smiling.
Makes sense.
Come out smiling.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, genetic mutations, they happen, innit? So I suppose if you want the tuntun long enough, you just become a woman. I don't know. Who knows?
No, not as a man.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Genetic mutations. Okay.
Yeah.
So what? Okay.
So that's hermaphrodite. That's what hermaphrodite is. Genetic mutation.
Yeah, but they still have a sex though, don't they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They lean towards.
They still are. Like, am I wrong or right?
No, they lean
both.
towards.
They're not both
They
male
lean
and female.
Oh no, they're not.
Like Akhenaten, and then some will lean towards the female side, like Lady Gaga.
But is she in hermaphrodite though?
Yeah.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
You know what I mean? There's lots of them out here, bro. It's just that it's not the kind of thing you go chatting from the rooftop.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you should just be like comfortable in your quirks, and I think you should like, be comfortable in your quirks. If you're born with both, shout it from the rooftop. You know?
Yeah, no, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. If you got a dick and a pinky, you're gonna piss off everybody.
But yeah, basically, all these people are just genetic mutations. It's not even that deep. Like, obviously, it's different with like trannies because that's
so. Is a man? Hold on, what? Is a man a genetic mutation then?
Is what?
Yo, hey Maku, swear your mic, please, bro.
Is man a genetic mutation, or is it is man a genetic mutation then? Because if
Men.
we're all meant to be like a woman originally, then and we're not, then we must be a mutation of some sort.
Well, yeah, but don't think of mutation as some sort of bad thing. I know it sounds like it has negative connotations, but it's not.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm a man, innit? I'm not gonna be dissing myself. You get me? I just see the reality of what's real, innit? Your ovaries and your testy and your thing are on the outside.
But that doesn't kind of make sense because without a man, a woman won't have another baby. So,
bro, apparently, bro. Once in history, apparently, there was a girl in Jerusalem who had a baby with no sex.
Yeah, but if you look at the story, she was visited by an angel that looked like a man.
Who's that?
Mary.
So she was visited by an angel that carried the Holy Spirit and that was dressed as a man. So he could just, I'm never gonna say it, bro, because I know some certain Muslims are gonna start jumping on man.
I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying.
So you can say the woman is a creator or whatever, yeah, but without the man, she can't create shit.
Bro,
well, even if you look in the Arabic, the name for a
so it's either we were both created to get, it's either we were both created to get together or we weren't created at all.
Yeah.
No, definitely duality is definitely
exactly. So one can't exist without the other. So
it don't make sense,
bro. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't make sense.
100,
for a woman to be on her own. I'm talking about when in the absence of a male, or absence of a female, one animal's gender may change to another. I'm not talking about a self reproducing organism. I'm not aware of anything like that, except for bacteria.
Yeah. But essentially, that's what a woman is.
A bacteria?
No, we're all bacteria, but a self-producing organism. At some stage, it must have been like that.
How?
Are you saying that?
I don't get it.
I mean, if we're all, if it's a possibility, that we're the form we are here, and it's multiple in the universe, it could be a possibility that this planet could have just mainly had females at one stage, and then males came in. That's also a possibility. So
Okay, but if we just had females,
but to get another female on the planet, there needed to be a man.
So the females were reproducing amongst themselves.
How is that possible?
Pardon?
Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, that's a possibility. Yeah, that women were producing women amongst themselves. Yeah.
Based on what though? Based on what? Based on what evidence?
Well, we just have to look at it from the information.
Bro, it's impossible for there to be another being. There must be two beings coming together to create that being. Even if you're talking about different species, that like the thing that makes that possible is our internal wiring and our nervous system. And if you look at the animals that don't have this sort of to create life, it's the animals that their nervous system and their all internal organs are completely different and wired completely different. So it's like you can't have some sort of mammal like ourselves that would create life on its own without an external source bringing it together and creating that life.
You know what time it is? The little o'clock, receipt o'clock.
Come on, I have to read. I have to read with the young one. So I'll just be listening in for a while.
Okay, no problem, bro. I need some receipts, man, from any evidence of this female reproducing by herself.
I can provide you some delil of a woman with 2 vaginas if you want.
Well, there's just before I go, there is something called
research. You can put it in the back chat,
bro,
just for research.
just before we go, just before I go, man, just before I go, there's this thing called pathogenesis, and it occurs in certain animals, certain mammals, but it's very hard to the only way that would be possible is with is if something is genetically engineered and put into the woman, like a DNA. Like for example, you get the woman's DNA and you genetically engineer it to be different than her DNA and you insert it, and that's the only way you can create life from a woman without an exterior source coming in.
But DNA alone don't just create life.
No, for example, you could use not really.
What?
No, you don't. You don't. You just need a DNA sequence that you literally manipulate that sequence and put it into the woman. For example, yeah, there's rats and no, you don't. Bro, how much you betting? How much you betting? How much?
Whatever.
I'm not a better man, but bro, you don't need. Bro, listen.
The egg alone is not gonna listen, fam. Even when they do their little splicing and blah blah blah, they create a sperm cell. Bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You change, but listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that you change. You take for example, you take something from the woman. Yeah, you take something from a woman and you genetically modify that and change the genetics of that, and then you put it back into the woman and it looks genetically it's a completely different source because the genetic sequences are all mashed up. So instead of looking like the woman's DNA, it's a foreign DNA combination. If you get what I'm trying to say, that's the only way that like she wouldn't need a man to do it. Like do you get what I'm trying to say? If you take a piece of her DNA and rewire the genetics to make it look like an exterior and make it seem similar to
cloning herself or whatever, because when you clone something, you're just basically
no, this is not cloning.
Taking a piece of DNA from one place and implanting it into a sperm cell, and then putting that sperm cell with the egg and then starting that process again.
No, this is not this is not cloning because it's not identical. For example, right? Have you heard of genetic designer babies?
Give me the example.
Have you ever heard of Mandem? Have you ever heard of the designer babies? Hold on. Do you ever heard? Hold on, lads. Yeah. Have you ever heard of designer babies, where you can select the color of the baby's eyes and all this madness?
Yeah.
So you're basically manipulating the genetics in order to get a result. So you're taking the woman's whatever DNA strand and you're putting it under CRISPR, which is like a genetic modification basically thing where they take out certain genes and they put certain genes and twist and change it to make whatever they want to make and mimic whatever sequence they want to sequence. So even though it came from the woman, it's genetically not the woman because the genetic sequence have been mashed up and changed. If you get what I'm trying to say, that's the only way a woman would ever have a baby by her own. If you get what I'm trying to say. But even with that, you need another person. You need another person with an intelligence to do that. If you get what I'm trying to say. So then the question will be, where did that person come from, or where did that scientist came from? You know, get me?
Genetic splicing is not uncommon for our ancestors and genetic manipulation. This is why we have faults in our genes, and we have albinos and all of these type of hermaphrodites and all of these. These are genetic mutations because of faults in the actual DNA. There's a fault. You know what I'm saying? So every fourth generation strain, there's a fault because someone or something has manipulated the gene. So in our case, yeah, that's definitely apparent, and the evidence is kind of endless. You get me? But my thing was to keep it more simple, yeah, because at the end of the day, what we're talking about is egg, and not every egg needs sperm. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So on that bombshell, because I feel like I don't know what egg don't need sperm, but
chicken egg don't need sperm, does it?
So how do you bro?
That's why I said
sperm goes in before the egg comes out, bro. That egg is an embryo, bro. You should know this.
Right. So what does the woman have?
not the same as a
What does
woman's
the
egg.
woman
A
have
woman's
in it?
egg is not an embryo. Bro, a woman's
So
egg is not
when,
an embryo. Shush. Don't
so
sound silly now.
when a child is born, is it not in the egg sac? No. Hello.
No, it's not in the sack.
It's not in the
breaks.
sac. No.
It's got. It
Are
was.
you?
It was held. It was held in a sack when it was inside. That's
Was
not
you
embryo.
there? Was you there at your children's birth? Because
All
I
the
was.
sack talk.
One
All
of my
the
Baby don't
sack
come out in
talk.
a sack. One second.
All
Hold
the
on.
sack talk,
One
fam.
second.
One of my children.
Yo.
One of my
Your
children
baby.
came out.
No.
Bro,
Your
let me.
baby doesn't. Your baby doesn't come out in a sack, fam. I don't know what you're.
Bro,
I don't know what you're thinking.
one of my
Or
children
when-
came out in the bag.
Yeah,
in the
when
bag.
the water breaks, yeah, that is the sack open.
No,
Yeah?
Jedi, listen. Maku is
Doesn't
actually
always
telling the
happen
truth.
like that, bro. That's what I'm saying.
My daughter was born with like in the sack. Like they had to
In the sack. Me and my daughter.
They had to pierce it like when she was on the way out. It was
Exactly.
madness.
Well, you lot had some thick sack in it. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Nowhere else.
no
Nowhere
matter
else,
what,
babies are getting born in no sack. So that's you lot's business. I
yeah,
don't know what
yeah,
you lot done.
everybody's born in a big sack.
Yeah, I
Everybody.
wasn't born in no sack. No, hold on. I wasn't born in no
But you
sack.
said the water breaks. How does
Yeah,
water break if
breaks,
it's not in
yes,
something?
the water breaks. That means
Because
the
it's
water
in
breaks.
the
That
egg
means,
sac, innit?
hold on, that means that your waters didn't break.
What water?
No, Jedi's right.
Where's the water,
Jedi's
bro?
right. My wife,
It's in the
she
egg,
just
innit?
knew she was in labor, but the waters didn't break like in the
There you
traditional
go.
way.
Break.
So that's due to your
But it's in the egg, bro.
that's due to your genetic mutation, where the sack was too thick and your shits didn't break. Don't blame me. Blame the microwave rascal dinners you
It's not
lot were
about
eating.
blame. It's not about blame. Because actually
Yeah.
in the hospital,
The sack's supposed to
hold
burst,
on,
bro.
in the hospital,
It's not an egg. It's not an egg.
in the hospital,
It's not an egg.
they actually said, yeah, those children who supposedly born like that are lucky. You get what I'm saying? I was like, rah, this is some alien shit. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right. So my point was the whole thing came out, the child was in the sack, and then they pierced it, just like Ultra said, and then brought out the child and then did the thing and got the, you know what I mean, got the water out of its nostrils or whatever.
So yeah, so you know the difference between a
So-
bubble and an egg, yeah?
No, man, come on, look, stop that rubbish, man. Yeah, exactly.
No, but I'm just saying, yeah. I'm just saying.
Hold on one second, bro.
I'm
One
just
second,
saying.
it's
So
not
what would you say that your hold on? Does that mean your child and Ultra's child weren't born? They were not born. Yeah, they were hatched.
No, they were hatched.
They were hatched. You were hatched.
Yeah.
No.
To be honest with you, like no, they pierced the sack.
Your baby mother, hold on.
They pierced the sack.
Both your baby mother laid egg. Yeah, didn't give birth. They laid eggs, yeah, and your children hatched.
Yes.
Right.
Cool. Say nothing.
Right, but just so you know, they had to with my daughter. They had to pierce the sack when she was on her way out.
Hold on, yours too, but it's internal. That's all.
What?
The water broke, like you said. Broke from the
That's
egg.
not laying an egg, though, is it? Is that laying an egg? I don't think you know the difference.
It's just a
Water
process.
broke.
If you don't really understand it,
Anyway, allow it, man. We're mammals,
Yeah.
innit? We're mammals. I don't think.
you don't understand the process.
Say that again for me.
Yeah.
I understand the process. Yeah, it's called an ectopic sac. Yeah, or whatever.
Simple.
Hold on one
Sometimes it
second.
comes out. Sometimes it comes out. Sometimes it doesn't. That's plain and simple. That's all it is, bro. It's not no funny
Cool.
jokes or.
Hold on one second. So, are you agreeing that your child was hatched and not born?
Bro, I agree. Yes, most definitely.
Are you agreeing that your baby mother did not give birth, but in fact laid the egg?
Yes, bro.
Alright, cool. So this is what I'm saying, isn't it? So who's abnormal? Who's like, oh, this some happen? Do you think that majority of children are laid eggs, yeah? Or allow it, bro.
Yes, bro.
We give birth, bro. We give birth. Birth pangs.
bro.
Birth pangs. We
Yes,
give birth.
bro.
Yeah. We don't lay
Yes,
eggs.
bro.
So what happened was a malfunction of what's supposed to happen. It's not the norm.
Sometimes you get the real process. You see what's really going on. Because most time the egg breaks inside, the waters break, and then you pull out your baby. Plain and simple. Then you pull out the placenta. Plain and simple. Yeah? Just like you look in an egg. Bro. Hold on one second. If you look in a chicken egg, you'll see the placenta stuck to the side of the wall. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, fam. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how you don't understand the process.
It's not placenta.
Like you're not an amphibian Like you're not a tadpole. You're not a tadpole when you're sperm.
I don't know about that. Being a tadpole.
Come on, man.
I'm not a tadpole. I don't know about the consciousness. The consciousness is inside the sperm?
Bro. What do you mean the consciousness that inside the sperm? The energy?
Yeah, a tadpole is conscious. A tadpole is the animal. Hold on, one second. No. You're saying as a sperm we was a tadpole, yeah? Like a tadpole.
I'm not saying
the tadpole. No. Let me make my point. Let me make my point. The tadpole is a tadpole. The tadpole is a conscious being. The tadpole is the animal. That metaphor, yeah. The sperm is not the animal. The sperm is the agent that fertilizes the egg. It ain't an animal. You get me?
We know that. Animal, we're saying in the process, all right, in the gestation process, yeah, one of the forms you are, yeah, when it first starts, it splits into 4 and then splits into 8 and all that, blah, blah, blah. One of the first forms you are is a tadpole, bro. Plain and simple.
I don't know about that. I'm not seeing no evidence of it. Where's the evidence? What do you mean? Oh, informing as a fetus, yeah?
Right.
You're saying we was a tadpole. At what point?
At one point, you can look at it and see.
Oh, you can look at it and tell me. You're making a claim.
Bro,
I don't believe that we ever were tadpoles. I don't believe it ever was tadpoles, fam. So you have to show me that. I'm just about to lock off the show, brother. You made it interesting again still. Man start talking about getting hatched and that. Man, get me.
Yeah, come on, man. You got webbed fingers, love water. You get me?
How is man's fingers webbed? Have you seen a webbed fucking finger? That webbed.
Traits about you.
So how is it?
About you. So it wouldn't be surprised if your woman's laying an egg. It wouldn't be surprised.
What if there's more traits? What if there's traits of them in me? Or me and them?
You shed your skin. You get what I'm saying? You can go from dry land to water. You don't have no problem with going into water and feeling comfortable. You can see in the water. You can do lots of things in the water.
So?
Right. So when you're in there too long.
So can a polar bear, fam. So can a fucking polar bear. So what?
Bro, no, a polar bear can't, bro. Come on, man. Why are you saying
a polar bear can't see underwater?
We're talking about you.
Hold on, 1 second. A polar bear can't go from land to water. A polar bear can't go under the live in cold conditions. A polar bear can't live in warm conditions. Is that what you're telling me? A polar bear can go and mix with a brown bear. No,
wait, I'm talking about you as a human. You're talking about a polar bear. Where's the comparison?
Bro, because you're saying that we can do all these things.
I'm talking about traits.
Oh, you shed hair. You shed hair. Hold on. No, bro. Shush, man. Shush. Let me get a fucking.
Yeah, shush, man. I'm talking about grown man to shush. Are you mad?
Nah, hold on.
I'm talking to shush. Are you mad?
Hold on. One second. You're a man, yeah. You don't want man to get the sentence out, yeah. And then you're coming back, bro. You're telling man. Hold on. You're telling man, yeah, about like a tadpole, and then man, you shed skin like a this, and then you're amphibian, and you can go into water. I have no problem. And I'm saying, but a polar bear can do that. So if a polar bear can go,
are you like a polar bear?
No, but I'm not like a snake. Yeah, I'm not like a fucking tadpole or any of these other things that we're trying to.
Why?
This is the whole point. Go on.
You like a snake? Why are you so upset about it?
No. I'm not upset. What I'm saying to you is,
if I'm telling a lie,
let me speak in it. What I've got for you, bro. This is why I'm telling man to shush and shut up. And you're like, don't tell man to shut up. And then obviously, if you're gonna speak in it. If you're gonna speak. If I'm speaking, you just ask me a question, and then you start chatting, fam. What do you mean?
Cool. Sorry, my bad.
So boom, I'm saying, if you're saying man is like a snake because man sheds skin. Yeah, or man could be like an amphibian, because man could go underwater, yeah, and come out and have no problem, yeah. I'm saying, wrong. So can a polar bear? You're saying, what's a polar bear got to do with you? I'm saying, bro, a snake ain't got nothing to do with me. You're just comparing traits. I'm saying many species.
A snake more has something to do with you than a polar bear. Yes, I would.
Say that again.
Yes. A snake has more something to do with you than a polar bear. Yes, I would agree.
What does? What has more?
A snake. A reptile has more to do with you than a polar bear?
Depending on what side you're standing on, because where I'm standing on, me and a polar bear are both mammals. So go on. You may make some comparisons. You may make some comparisons. Tell me about the reptilian brain. Tell me about your shed skin. You may make some comparisons, but I could also make just as many comparisons with a fellow mammal, bro.
But we're not talking about that. My point was, yeah, I can give you examples that throw out questions to ask yourself, yeah, are you a mammal? And what is a mammal? What is a mammalian?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? What is a mammalian? Is it a mixture of two things? You got what I'm saying? It has to be something that's water-based, because you're born in an egg, you're born in water, you got what I'm saying? And then you come out, you got what I'm saying, into this thing, and you're saying you're a mammal.
Cool, man.
You understand?
Is a snake cold-blooded?
I don't think so.
You don't think a snake? So you don't think reptiles? You don't think reptiles are cold-blooded?
No, they found out that reptiles are not cold-blooded.
They found out that they're not.
They're not cold-blooded. What do you mean cold-blooded? What does that mean? Okay. You mean they're cold enough that the blood doesn't flow?
I don't know. Like that's a trait. That's a trait of reptiles, isn't it? Yeah. Of the.
Not all reptiles. Not all reptiles. That's what I'm saying. Some reptiles.
So you got warm-blooded reptiles as well.
Some reptiles, yeah, or large reptiles or ancient reptiles had to use their spinal cord, you get what I'm saying, or whatever, to leave out in the sun and absorb.
Ancient reptiles. You say ancient reptiles?
Yeah, ancient reptiles, rather than say dinosaurs. I didn't want no smoke for the dinosaurs.
Right, fam, you're proper China. You're giving smoke anyway, fam. I don't even want to give you this word. You're telling me that reptiles are not cold-blooded?
No, why? Who told you that? And you believed it? Exactly.
I'm asking you.
It's along the same lines. It's along the same line of what we're talking about. You accept one part of it, like, oh, reptilians have cold blood. Who told you that? And it's a fact. Who told you that? And you believed it.
Fam,
like saying,
fam. Reptiles are cold-blooded, fam. I don't even know what I want.
Did you prove that? Did you do that experiment? Stop it, man. Come on, man.
Let me tell you, yeah. Let me tell you something, yeah.
If
anybody that has owned a snake or a reptile knows, even in the design of the enclosure, you have to encompass heating, warmth. Yeah, you need. This is why you ain't got snakes in Antarctica. You get me? This is why, because they like warm. They have to be in the warm because they are cold-blooded. Like this is why lizards and iguanas go and sit in the. This is why lizards and iguanas go and sit in the sun. This is why crocodiles base and bask. This is why even the snake at my workplace needs a fucking heated electric blanket under the fucking the cage to keep it warm. Like I don't know, bruv, man.
Because it's out of this natural environment.
But whatever.
Bro. Come on, man. Stop that. Yeah.
It's out of this natural environment. I'm saying, if you look in nature, from the behaviors of reptiles, they prove to be warm-blooded animals and cold-blooded animals. But in your eyes, that's not an attribute of a reptile. But then you're gonna lecture me when I'm telling you, but hold on, I'm a mammal. You're saying, what is a mammal? Well, you don't even know what a reptile is.
Hold on 1 second. Is a bird warm-blooded?
What a reptile is. You're asking me what's a mammal?
Bird warm-blooded. When you hold the bird in your hand, is it cold? Is it thing or is it warm? Because that's a reptile.
A bird's not a reptile.
Oh, come on.
No.
What level you at, bro? Come on, man. A talon. Anything with a talon.
Yeah.
It's, bro, I
don't believe in that. Dinosaurs turned into birds and that. Bro, I don't believe in pterodactyls. I don't believe in pterodactyls. I don't believe lizards moved into birds. I just don't believe it. So,
check it out, bro. The chicken is a dinosaur, bro. The chicken is a dinosaur. Check it out.
Okay.
You got what I'm saying? So we know birds. Well done. We know birds. Yes, are from the reptile family. You got what I'm saying? And I'm saying I ain't met no cold-blooded bird. I ain't held no bird in my hand and it was cold, fam. You got what I'm saying? So obviously reptiles are warm-blooded. They prefer warmer climate, some of them, because they don't have feathers necessarily. You know what I'm saying? So they have their skin or they have their, as I said, the scales. You know what I'm saying? and use the scale to insulate heat from the sun. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make them cold-blooded, bro. That's all.
Maku,
you know what I'm saying?
do you know what? Fuck, I'm being lazy. Let me just go and let's. Is there any sources that you would accept? There's no sources you accept. They're all chatting shit, basically. Yeah.
I'm saying.
So is there any sources on the internet? Bro, one second. Is there any sources on the internet that will back up your claim that one, reptiles are not warm-blooded, not cold-blooded, and that chickens are dinosaurs?
Yes, most definitely.
Yo,
okay,
Mocha.
Yes,
what are you going on about, fam? Them man, they ain't raptors, bro. Raptors.
Raptors. What's a raptor?
They're not, bro. I studied that shit, bro. They're not.
Raptor. Velociraptor is what you're talking about, yeah?
You said that a chicken is a dinosaur. No, they're not. They're not raptors, bro.
Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Don't come here and tell me about it's not and you ain't looked it up. Shut your mouth, man. Play the simple. I will be sitting there chatting shit.
So what? So hear what I'm saying, Maku. Is there any way you want me to look for this evidence, this Dalil?
Yeah, anywhere you can go, bro. Anywhere you can pull it up, bro. There's always going to be conflicting arguments on every side. But at least there's two sides. There's never just one side, like, oh, certain people believe this and certain people don't believe
Marco, I love you, fam, yeah? I love you, fam, yeah? But that dementia's kicking in, fam.
Shut up, man. No one ain't talking to you, man. Shut your mouth, man. Get me, I'm talking together. Sorry. There are conflicting arguments for everything, bro. Like, you know, bro.
Yeah.
Something is round, something is flat, something they're warm-blooded, something is cold-blooded. So, yeah, you'll find it, bro. But the chicken thing, definitely there. Easy. Like work.
Nah. Okay, then send us the link in the chat. Send the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat right now.
Bro, you got your old computer, do your thing, man.
See what I mean? Muka, bruv, yeah. I love you on that, fam, yeah. But, man, what's going on, bro?
I don't want your love, man.
What?
I want your respect. I want your respect and admiration. That's it.
Bruv, I love you, bro, Muka, yeah. I told you last time. Remember last time I got onto this, innit? Onto the talk and that, fam, and we had that little disagreement, fam. Man, apologize though, still. You get me? Because you and Jedi and all them, man, are my elders. You get me, fam?
Everything's good, man. I'm saying.
But yo, Osman need to link up though. Yo, Jedi, you know, man's got knowledge out here, fam. Come on, man. Let's get onto a subject. Let's talk about something.
You think we're talking about?
Yeah, but you might talk about dinosaurs.
No, we're not talking about dinosaurs, bro.
We're talking about dinosaurs.
Shush, man. Anyway.
Yeah.
Bro, how can you disrespect man like that, bro?
Who?
Just shut up. Shush, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean, Jedi, bro. Hey, bro.
Like, listen. Real talk. Like, all I'm saying is, yeah, like, the way man comes on the thing and just tells us, let's change the. You don't even know what we're talking about, bro. Literally, you just jumped on the first thing you heard. Yeah, you've been in the chat saying, send the link. I send the link, so you ain't even been listening to what man's talking about. Man ain't talking about dinosaurs, but Maku is now talking about dinosaurs. Maku is now saying that chickens are dinosaurs and that reptiles are not cold-blooded. That's basically what Maku's now said.
Reptiles are cold-blooded. Who tricked Adam in the Garden of Eve? A reptile.
Oh, forget that, bro. We're somewhere else with it.
Yeah, man.
Listen, Jedi. Listen, I just uploaded that genetic study into the back chat. Yeah.
All right.
Wait, hold on. It's sending, but it's processing, so it needs about a minute.
I'm so gassed. Genetic study, yeah.
Listen. All right, listen. Just have like a bag to be sick into, innit? Yeah. It should have dropped.
Yo, African.
Which one, bro? There's loads of us on the panel.
Yo.
Listen. Yo, bro. Yeah, what ends are you from, man? Are you from North?
Nah, bro. I live in France, bro. Still, I grew up in Newcastle, though.
Oh, what parts of France are you from, bro?
Well, I'm living in France. I'm not from France. I'm Paris.
Yeah, I know what. Oh, Paris.
Yes,
Whereabouts?
Bro, in the main center, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm not from France, bro. Hey, ask Jedi. Yeah, last time I said, yeah, these man asked me the same question, and last time I answered, yeah, I was like, yo, I'm here, yeah, on a business trip working for my old man. I don't know France, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, that's like you, yeah. That's like you, yeah. Going up to
Okay.
Scotland and me going, where are you in Scotland? What
Yeah, I'm
road?
gonna tell you where I am in Scotland, bro.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm at the pub, like round the corner from the sheep.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that I'm in a city called Edinburgh. I'm in this place. Like, I was gonna give you details.
Nah, I'm in Paris, bro. I'm in 1 second, yeah. Let me get it up.
Wait, African, do you know a club called what was it called? La Loco.
Sorry, say that again, brother.
There's a club called La Loco next door to Moulin Rouge.
Bro, I don't go clubbing, fam. It's
Oh,
not
no,
for me, that.
Oh, it's dead. No.
I mean, sorry, bro.
Oh, I forgive you. Don't worry.
No worries, man. Like, bro, yeah, like me as an African man, yeah, you need to keep your head straight. You get me, fam? You need to keep your head straight,
Do you know what's
man,
funny?
because
the reason I was asking you about the club, yeah, because I took my wife down to Paris for the weekend for her birthday a couple of years back, and then like we come out of Moulin Rouge, and then we went next door to the nightclub, and when I rocked up to the door, the bouncer started spitting some shit to me in French, like put his big sausage fingers out, and was basically saying, "No, you can't come in."
Yeah,
right? So
but
when I said to him, yo, bro, like I don't know what you're saying. He said, "This is what he said to me. Oh, you're English. Come in." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, they're fucking racist as shit, bro.
Nah, they are racist, bro.
Do
You know what's the most racist place that I've been in?
Hold on. Before we talk about racism, yeah, can we talk about the fact that Maku believes that reptiles are not cold-blooded? So
to be fair, listen.
Nah, allow him, bruv. Hey, Jedi, allow him, bro. Obviously.
Wait. Did Maku actually say that?
Maku did say that. Maku did say that, man. But obviously,
bro. Remember, this conversation was about masculinity, yeah. And the reason why we're talking about this subject is because we're onto the genetics part of it, yeah. Just like so this is why we're talking about whether reptiles are what or whatever, yeah. So we need to make this point, yeah, to Maku, whether reptiles are cold-blooded and whether I can't really say to him whether dinosaurs are chickens. I don't know. Anyone else?
Jedi, they're not chickens.
I'm not really trying to hear that, bro. Like chickens are dinosaurs. I'm not trying to
hear that. But like they're not chickens, fam. But like, yo, that's it, man. Like, yo, don't let man, do you know what I mean? Come on. You know what I mean, fam?
All right, hang on, Jedi. Before you start ripping into Maku, did you check that genetic study I posted?
Yeah, and that was fake. That's CGI, bro.
No, it's not CGI,
that's
bro.
CGI, that's a fake.
You need to watch it on a good screen, man.
The woman's got pum pum on her belly, bro. You got pum pum where her belly button's supposed to be.
Yo.
CGI, you can see CGI. And you're dumb for falling for that. And what she's got a little tuft of hair above it as well, yeah. So basically,
bro, listen.
From the top of the first pum pum to the bottom pum pum, yeah. They're supposed to be just pubic hair, yeah. And she's just shaving all of that. So basically, her whole torso.
Jedi, you're trying to rationalize a genetic mutation, bro. You can't do that.
Pum pums, man.
You can't, bro, you can't do them things.
Anyway,
you can though. Hey, Jedi, you can though, because them Somalian mans, they do that thing, you know, fam. They
do them things, bro. Oh, you man from bro, man. You guys are funny, fam.
Yeah. So,
he's from Newcastle. He's from Newcastle, mate.
Man, you're the one with the fed in your picture, bro.
Let's go to the kids' corner, yeah? Yo, Maku.
Yeah, bro, I'm sorry. I was watching the video, man. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, that don't make no sense, innit? That's bullshit, innit?
Yeah, you can put a fake...
Anytime you hear... it don't make... Lads, anytime you hear it don't make no sense. Someone knows Uncle Maku speaking, bro. It don't make no sense. That was a catch.
Okay, look, yeah. Warm-blooded animals. Mammals and birds are warm-blooded, which means that they can make their own body heat even when it is cold outside.
Yeah, it's a bit like, hey, bruv, it's a bit, yeah. Remember back in school, yeah, when people used to...
What one? What's happening? What happened?
Go on, bro.
My mic? Yeah, sorry.
I can hear you.
Yeah, Maku.
Yeah, go on, I'm listening.
Mammals and birds are warm-blooded, which means they can make their own body heat even when it is cold outside. Whether it is sunny and hot outside or there is a snowstorm and it is very cold, warm-blooded animals have body temperatures that usually stay the same. Do you take this as being a fact, or do you dispute this?
That birds and mammals are warm-blooded. I swear that's what I was explaining.
Hold on, fam. Birds and mammals are warm-blooded, yeah?
So now then
hold on, 1 second. Yeah, birds and mammals are warm-blooded, yeah?
So what are birds now? Let's find out.
Are you saying that, yeah?
Yeah, I agree. All right.
Okay, cool. Now check this, yeah? Cold-blooded animals like reptiles, amphibians, and fish. So you notice that birds are not included in this section.
Yeah.
You notice that reptiles and birds are in totally different sections.
Yeah, but what is a bird?
Amphibians, fish, and mammals.
They didn't specify what birds were. They just said birds. No one just says what birds are. You get me? We can go into what.
No one said what mammals are. No one said what mammals are.
A bird is a reptile.
No, it's not, Maku. Come on, bro. Bro. It's not. It's not a reptile, bro.
All right, 1 second. Cold-blooded animals. Listen, 1 second. Cold-blooded animals like reptiles, amphibians, and fish become hotter and colder depending on the temperature outside. For example, when the sun sets at night, their bodies are cooler because it is less warm outside. When the sun is out, however, their bodies soak up the heat and become warmer. Would you agree this is the attribute of a reptile?
It is, bro. Hey, Jedi. I studied animals, yeah? Maku's wrong. It's not. A bird's not a reptile, man.
Maku.
Come on.
Maku.
Why are you not running?
Would you agree that those are the attributes of a reptile that I read out just now?
Of what they said is a reptile, yes.
Yes. So reptiles are cold-blooded then?
Some reptiles, yeah.
Can you find me an example of a reptile that is not cold-blooded?
A bird.
A bird.
Mom, yo, bro, hey, Jedi, yeah, ain't gonna lie, bro.
Jedi, do the magic. Yo, Jedi, do.
1 second, man. Let me talk, man.
Alright.
Hold on, it's like man can get confused when I speak. I told you, I gave the example of a bird. When I hold a bird in my hand, did I not say that earlier?
Yeah, but bruv, you can hold a baby, you can hold a human baby in your hand, and that can get cold. What's your point? It's not a reptile, is it?
Oh, shut your mouth, yeah?
No, you should. Right. Bro, you shut your mouth, bro.
I'm talking, bro. I'm the one talking, fam. Let me talk, man. You get what I'm saying? So my point was, yeah, that when I hold a bird, yeah, in my hand, it's never cold or never thing. I goes, maybe because they've got feathers and they can insulate the heat. No
bro, I've got a parrot, bro, and that gets hot and cold.
Hold on, my friend. Since you was the one who brought up velociraptors, yeah.
I didn't bring it up, bro. I didn't bring it up.
Go and look up the velociraptor they found with feathers. Go and look
I put the receipts in the back chat. I put the receipts in the back chat for what Maku's saying, man.
All right, cool. So
Maku's talking here about ancient times.
I've done this long time ago. I've brought the deal many times before. This ain't nothing new. You get me? I'm just having a conversation, but if man wants man to bring Delil, it's cool, isn't it?
Yes, I want you to bring Delil. You mean if man wants man?
Bring the receipts, fam. Bring the receipts.
Delil is in the back chat.
Cool, bro. I'm not disagreeing. You know what I'm saying? But
yes, see, this is the thing. Are you into evolution?
Bro, no, I'm telling you, bro.
Okay, B2's Delil is to do with evolution, yeah? Birds, dinosaurs, reptiles. So if you're not buying into evolution, you're not buying into this Delil. End of story.
That's not evolution. They're talking about.
That's not necessarily evolution, bro.
Yeah, that's not evolution. What are you talking about?
Okay. Yeah, but I don't believe it. Hey,
Let's
man,
open
them.
up. Let's open up.
Man said
Bruv,
Yo.
a chicken is a chicken farm. You get me?
Darwin.
It's not a crocodile. It's not a lizard. It's a chicken. Chicken. You get me?
If birds evolved from dinosaurs, would that make them reptiles too? Yeah.
No.
And then hold on 1 second. And then wait. The first thing that the man them said is it's not evolution. And in the title of the Delil is if birds evolve. That means 3 words in, we're already dealing with evolution.
Yeah, but you can deal. No, you can deal.
Yeah, I'm gonna make Jedi. Yeah. Jedi, if you're gonna deal with evolution, yeah. If you're gonna deal with evolution, yeah. Let's take it back. Let's take it back.
Do you know that evolution includes adaptation as well?
Bam.
It's not just.
What made evolution? What made evolution?
There's different. Bro, listen.
Do you believe? Yeah. Do you guys believe? Yeah. Hang on a minute. Let me ask a question. Do you guys believe then? Yeah, that one day a Pepsi will turn into a Coca-Cola? Evolution.
Were there ever flying reptiles?
What?
Were there ever flying reptiles?
There was. What's your point?
Just end the argument, innit?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, yeah. People say that we came from apes. We came from apes, yeah. How come, yeah? For these thousands of years we've been living with monkeys. No one has ever seen a monkey turn into a human being.
You're talking about the wrong thing in evolution, mate. What are you? Bro,
so what's evolution then? Is evolution just only to human beings?
Oh, man, can I prepare to that?
Now go on.
You get me? It's simple. Look, the theory of evolution, yeah, comes with Darwin. Darwin goes to the Galapagos Islands, yeah, studies finches, studies birds, and how they've changed, some of them. You got what I'm saying?
Okay.
That change is not evolution. That change is adaptation. So if your beak becomes a certain way because you need to get to a certain nut, yeah, that's just adaptation. That's change over time.
All right, that's true. Okay, but okay. I beg you answer me this question. Answer this question then, yeah.
One second. Them flying reptiles you were talking about, yeah. The flying reptiles you was talking about. Where did they go?
They got extinct, fam.
Is it?
Yeah.
By who? By what guys? Everything got extinct.
That man got hit by a nuclear weapon from the aliens, fam. Boom! Extinct. T-Rex gone.
1 second.
Dinosaurs gone. Long neck gone.
1 second.
Flying birds gone.
Bro. 1 second. So when all that happened, yeah, and everything comes back smaller, yes or no? Hello?
Say that again, sorry, family.
I goes, everything comes back smaller. Yes or no? So everything comes back huge reptiles instead of dinosaurs. We're not saying dinosaurs, we're saying huge reptiles, yeah. Were reduced.
So you're saying dinosaurs were just big chickens?
Well, in some
big
cases.
Birds. We're just big birds.
Big lizards, big reptiles.
Yes, mom!
No. They're just big
birds.
Look at
my telephone.
Because you're saying that the flying reptiles were like massive chickens that can hardly really fly.
I don't know. I wasn't the one.
Massive birds.
One second. I wasn't the one to make a claim on flying reptiles. Trust me.
So you don't believe in flying reptiles? I'm confused.
Ask your friend over there. No, I'm asking him. I asked him the question. I asked him the question if there was flying reptiles in the past. He said yes. So I said, where did they go?
Matthew, do you believe? I don't believe in dinosaurs anyway. So do you?
Bro, I'm not saying they're dinosaurs though.
So I'm saying, did you believe?
The man got wiped out.
Hold on, fam. Do you believe? Fuck,
They got Hiroshima and Nagasaki dropped on them.
Yo, fam, let's get some order, bro. Please, man. Do you believe in flying reptiles?
Do I believe in flying reptiles?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe in flying reptiles. I would say I know there was flying reptiles. Still.
Okay, what were the flying? The flying reptiles were giant birds.
Were giant birds, yeah.
Yo.
Everything was giant before a certain point. I feel that it was humongous or whatever. Even if it was a goldfish, it would have been the size of the probably room or something, you know, but prior to the whatever hit the planet and, you know, messed up everything.
Yeah, but Mocha, the question is, yeah, what made them that big, fam?
Bro, I don't.
Why are they not big as now?
Giantism isn't a mutation in your eyes, no? Even though you're dealing with all this shit,
Sorry,
giantism.
What is a mutation?
Giantism.
No, it's not a mutation. What do you mean?
No. What is it then?
Well, it's part of the natural order, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Things are big. We are big. Our planet's big. You know what I'm saying? There's over different times.
Okay, yeah. So this is what I'm saying. You're saying.
One second. They say the electromagnetic pulses of the planet have changed over time, and during changing that.
Who says that? Who says that? Who says that?
Hold on one second. They did an experiment, yeah, where they put some magnets next to this goldfish, and this goldfish is huge. It's a massive goldfish, like proper big thing. You got what I'm saying? And they say this is how they replicate those type of environments from those Jurassic period or whatever. You got what I'm saying? Saying that the energy or the electromagnetic energy made things bigger at that particular point in time. You get what I'm saying? So, you know.
Until what you think Nibiru came and smashed into it?
1 second. They actually done the experiment and then demonstrated on a goldfish. You get what I'm saying? So you can
so they know how to trick the genes into giantism, and we know that giantism exists within our genome. But you're saying
in our as humans, that's down to our supposedly pituitary gland. You got what I'm saying? And how much?
Wait, when you say bigotism, do you mean like when a guy gets elephantitis?
No, that's something else, man. Come on.
Oh, yeah, because somebody sent me a WhatsApp video of some guy got elephantitis on his junk, and I'm just like, fuck's sake.
No, bro, they got two types of giants, innit? They've got like ones who've got nothing and problems walking and all that.
Okay.
You get me? I think that's what Jedi is referring to, yeah. Because you've got other ones who are just, you know, normal posture, Superman build.
Yeah, like the
this is from the Nuwapian textbook, bruv.
No, man, this is from watching documentaries and National Geographic, and you go, bro, these things have been.
And I think what you was talking about was the pituitary gland, and what I was talking about was giantism, which is big people. You get me? Or big things. Yeah. No, I said it was a mutation, but I never said it was. See, the pituitary gland, that's a sickness, isn't it? And mutations are not sicknesses; they're mutations, right?
Yeah, to have giantism, yeah, but not all giants have that condition. That's what I'm trying to say. So there's two different types of things. The people who have that usually have problems with their joints and blah 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 because they produce extra amount of calcium.
Okay, right. All right. Well, that means I'm using the wrong term. I didn't think I was using the wrong term. That means I'm using the wrong term because I weren't talking about people like the world's tallest man, which obviously has that fucking issue. You get me?
Yeah. It's that.
Yeah. But same way,
not all though. Yeah.
Same way, I don't know about how certified it is of what the electromagnetic frequency was like, however million years ago. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I can rely on that as saying, yeah, this is definitely what the Earth's environment was like back in the days.
But they did do the experiment to go with
to make the fish big, yeah. But yeah, like I mean, that's cool. That just proves that if we were under those circumstances, we definitely could grow to that size or whatever. That's cool. I'm happy with that, but I don't know if that explains what I've gone. But yeah, man.
Well, it would make sense if people were supposedly that big as well. You know what I'm saying? As well as the lizards, they would have towered over the supposedly terrible lizards and all that. They would have towered over them, some of them. You know, with the 16 qubits and all these type of measurements they were supposedly giving us for the previous man and things. But they don't tell us these things. They hide all them bones and all of them things there.
Yo, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, yeah? I don't really shout that out. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to this red drill. Click the subscribe button, hit the like button. Is anyone else got anything to say on this?
Follow the red pill. Follow the red pill, man.
Yeah, basically, someone sent me a video of a guy who's got elephantitis.
Oh man, why? Bulls. Is it the Bulls one?
Yeah, fucking hell.
Oh, man, it's long, man.
Yeah, he needs help, bro.
You know
he needs help.
I'm not even gonna say that. I don't want to offend no one.
No. What do you mean? That's a clinical condition, bro.
I know it's a clinical condition, but I'm saying it only seems to happen to a particular set of people. Right now, they're not really flavor of the month, so I don't want
to. I think I know who you're talking about, but I have to respectfully disagree, my friend. Like
what?
I've seen. No, I have to respect.
No, bro. You ain't seen no man them come out with no Lakshmi. Look up Lakshmi, the little girl who was born with 4 arms and 4 legs.
Oh yeah, I heard about that, innit?
Right.
Yeah, I heard about
where that happened. I wonder where that happened.
But do you know what? But that's another example of genetic mutation. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's inbreeding, fam.
Huh?
You see, if you come from a small gene pool, you get me?
Yeah.
Of people, and you multiply.
Your genes mutate in a way that they can't reproduce properly.
Well, they say that if they at the rate they're going, you get me, there's going to be more of that because every generation it seems like they're more related to each other. So no matter how much Indians there are, Indians shouldn't really be breeding with Indians. They need to go.
Is this facts? Should we look? Where can I look? I don't mind going to do your research, boss.
Yes. Yes. Get me.
Say that again, fam.
What do you mean? What are all Asians related? I mean, Indians. Sorry.
Are all Indians related?
Yeah. To each other. Yeah, they did a study on it not too long ago, and they said, "Yeah, boy, speak."
Rajan is Momo related. So what's your point?
Bro, I'm saying you might be related to Raj. And if you're related to Raj and your sister's related to Raj and your sister married Raj, there's a possibility of elephantitis for.
Hey, Marco, do you know why I back up your statement, fam? Do you know why I back up your statement, yeah, about the dinosaurs? Because you've been around since the pyramids are being built, fam. You was in Speaker's Corner when the pyramids are being built, bro. So shut up, bro. Shut up, bro. You was there when the Romans were about, fam. The Vikings, Napoleon, Hitler. Exactly. Don't try and insult me then, bro.
Yeah, I was there with your mum still. It's all right, man. Me and your mum was there in ancient times.
Oh, the disrespect. Can we not just have like love and peace?
That's what I mean. You see what I mean? Yeah, Moku's chills a Jedi in respect, yeah. Moku's old enough to be their granddad. Moku, you're a little boy in a big man's body.
Now Valley. I was giving her that now Valley. You get me? I was there, man.
Mate, the only thing you bang is Betty, bro, and she rejects you, you muppet.
Yo, sorry, Jedi, what's the plans for New Year's?
Huh?
Did I go?
I don't know. Where is he? Fuck it. I'm taking over the show. Fuck this. What can we talk about? Right, listen, this is the ultra funky takeover. The takeover. Yeah, fuck Jedi. This is my show now. Right. Wait, is he back? Oh, shit. Oh, B2, yeah, big up, bro. So basically.
Wait. Wait. Usually I was just talking that stuff, though. Was that step? I see.
What stuff?
It was the African youth.
I missed it.
That's not but let's not go there. Hey,
I just want to know for knowing purpose, innit?
Hey, Jedi, listen, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I took over the show and people were gassed.
He's gone again.
Oh,
gone again.
Well, gone again.
His battery must be low or something. Maybe. I don't know.
What are you calling out me, man? You wanted me? You wanted me?
Oh no, it weren't you, Step Nasty, bro.
No, someone said Step. Yeah, it was Step. It was debate you on the end.
It's between me and Mucka, man. The Pharaoh, you get me? The legit mummy. You get me? Ramesses.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll ram your mum. That's what I told you, man.
Bruv.
Oh, Lord, man. Yo,
That's
you
what I
man,
mean,
come
bro.
on,
Hey,
man.
bro.
Unity, bro. Unity, bro. Come
Hey,
on.
bro. Hey, bro. You see Mucka, yeah? He's a little boy. That's what he is. A little boy who goes around Speaker's Corner, chills with little boys. He's been around since the pyramids were being built. He's been around since the crucified.
Man, coming out
no, rubbish, man. Chatting shit.
Yeah, but Mucka, you started this, bro.
It's not
You
even
chat.
a side. You're nobody, bro. No one knows you.
That's why your name is Mucka, bro, because you're Mucka for you chat Mac.
Get me. Shut your mouth, man. Come back. Yes. Good. Why is it all quiet? Yes.
Yo, every man still there?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
Okay.
What's it?
Yeah, what happened, man?
You kept on dropping out. We was waiting for you to come back. It was almost ultra funky show, man.
Where's Ultra now?
Even he's gone.
He disappeared as well now.
All right. Anyway, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, man, hit subscribe, man. Subscribe. Let me get some new subscribers, man. What's going on? I know all of you lot in the comments ain't subscribed. So, like, hit that button for me. Hit that button. Because right about now, you're definitely fucking with me heavy. We've been in for a couple hours on different shows. So, yeah, man. I appreciate the love. Hit like, hit subscribe. You get me? So that more people can come on and hear the show. So, yeah, where was we? 'Cause I heard someone's mum was getting rammed or something. What happened there?
Oh shit! Everyone needs to chill, man. We're all brothers here.
Do you know what it is, yeah, Mucka, you're saying
Come
this,
on,
bro. Yeah, bro, I'm 20 years old, fam, and I will, bro. I swear to God, bro, I will knock your teeth out, fam. You're an old.
It won't do nothing.
You're an
You
old
won't do
man,
nothing,
fam.
son. You won't do nothing.
Goddamn thing.
But
nah,
yeah, you
but
know,
just allow the insults, like, come on, man. Like,
You're
all
out
of you
there,
just
yeah,
allow
trying
the
to call my
insult,
mum's
bro.
name, yeah. How about I called your mum? Have I disrespected your mum once, bro? You're a little boy, bro. I would, bro. If you,
Come on, man. We can't be doing. We have to show unity, bro. Like, can we just allow it, bro? Like, come on, man.
Bro. I don't know him. I ain't no mind.
But it gets like that sometimes. But yeah, whatever. Anyway, and just move on, innit? Move on. Whatever. No. But you did kind of just start going for each other. But whatever. Right, let me just leave it. I'm just chatting shit. All right, Maku. So yeah, so what we got past the. So you were saying chickens are the reptiles that are called are warm-blooded reptiles.
If chickens are reptile, I'm just after eating the nicest reptile ever, bro.
Sorry, what did you say?
So you believe that they were flying reptiles before, yeah? You know they were flying reptiles before. Yeah? And those flying reptiles were hot or cold-blooded? Warm or cold-blooded?
Well, they would have had to be warm-blooded. So.
They would have had to be warm-blooded. Why?
Because they're flying around in that. So they obviously didn't have a problem with insulating.
So you don't think it's you? I don't know.
I think it was scales before. It was scales before feathers.
Does heat not rise? Yeah. Would you not?
Bro, scales before feathers. No.
Scales
and
before.
then some of them still have scales on it. Yeah, like if you look on the chicken, doesn't it have scales on its legs? You get me?
I don't know if that doesn't look like scales to me. No. It don't look like scales to me. I see what you're saying, but that doesn't look like scales to me. There's chicken's feet. Say it again.
No, I'm sorry, there are scales on there. That's what man's clean chicken for many years and that. You get me? And cut off the foot and that. You get me? So man know the talon, all of that. Yeah, man. It's definitely a reptile. It's definitely a bird. It's definitely an example of a warm-bodied reptile.
Is a fish is a fish a reptile?
No, hell no.
Well, a fish has scales.
Yeah. So what? As I said, all dinosaurs don't have scales, supposedly, or reptiles. They have, some of them have feathers now, and some of them even have.
Wait, fur.
Like, let's go up to a bear is. What is a bear?
Say it again.
What is a bear?
A bear.
Mm.
What is a bear? I don't know. What is a bear? A mammal.
Yeah, they say
Land. Yeah, it's a land-dwelling, warm-blooded, non-egg-laying fucking thing. I don't know.
So whatever it formed from, remember, because what I'm saying is that.
Man, have you ever touched somebody's hands in summer and it's cold?
I don't know about all that.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. Like, man was chilling, yeah, and then it was summer, bruv. And then everyone was boiling. You can see that everyone's hot, like their skin is boiling hot. But bruv, then this girl shook my hand, bruv, and it was cold, bro.
Yeah,
that
she got shit circulation. She just got shit. She got shit circulation, bro.
Bro, I was like, yo, I think I was like, yo, I think I met a vampire. I was like 15 or 16, bro. It was mad still. It was jokes.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah. That's mental that you just interrupted Mikey from talking to say that. That's mental. That is so mental, bro.
No, I'm a savage in the streets, boy.
No, you're paddy.
Now you can continue, Uncle. Now you can continue, Uncle.
In these country lanes, in these streets. You know what I mean? In country lanes.
Bro, like you think that man lived all my life in the country, bro.
No,
I actually grew up in the city.
You're there now.
What?
You're just there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But yeah, man. You may continue. I gave you the permission to continue.
That was that was 2 hours. I'm gonna wrap up the show now. I'm not gonna drag it on. I'm just gonna keep chatting shit. Unless you don't want us to stay on or want the show to continue, I'm gonna lock it off. So let me know if you don't want to carry on. Otherwise, I'm gonna lock it. You get me? All right, forever hold your peace.
Yeah, I don't mind saying anything if you wanna log off the live, but we continue it in the after chat or something like that. If that'd be, but whatever.
Man, you ain't said nothing. So where have you popped up from? You never said nothing before.
Now you know what
Let's
I wanted to
continue
clear.
it, man.
Yeah, I wanted to clear up a couple misconceptions because I think nowadays we think that it was about the caste system actually. Very quickly, because I heard that the Christians and the Muslims, regardless of their color, were the untouchables. They were the lowest of the low, and they were like the lightest of. That was the Christians, and you know which one it wasn't in the Hindu scripture anyway, but that's what they implemented. That's what they implemented. The people at the time, they implemented it out of their own culture, and however. But I don't think it was a racist thing.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I don't think it was racist either, bro. I just feel like shut up, man.
What on earth are you
Chat
on
shit.
about? That it wasn't
chat
racist. Of
shit,
course it
bro.
was racist. 100%. What are you on about? It wasn't racist. It was just a caste system. Come on, bro. You try being that guy at the bottom of the ladder.
Out here, man.
Nah, I'm surprised you didn't find it funny at the start when I mentioned that it was about the caste system.
Yeah, I didn't know, bro.
Yeah, but what I'm
I
saying to
just
you is,
don't
yeah,
know what to
you try
do.
being, yeah, that guy at the bottom of the system. Then
Oh shit.
Stop taking heroin, man.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
what you on about, bro? You stoned.
Oh, sorry, guys. It was just Okay,
You on the show
okay,
just
you
went left.
guys.
Let's go.
Yo, Jedi, this is some kind of
This
troll,
must
you
be the
know.
funny. Yo, this must be the
Yeah,
funniest guy
peace.
on here to do.
Alright, Manny.
Yeah, cuz.
No, so what you
Yo,
say?
don't use cuz from you. Nah, you can't do that thing.
Hold on, why don't you lot have an actual conversation with him now?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Madman, I
Like,
raised him.
like
Okay,
you can maybe educate him.
Anything, man.
Yo, African
Anything.
Pharaoh. African
Yo.
Pharaoh. Why don't you have a conversation with him and educate him?
Bro, hey, Jedi, this is Raj's brother in disguise. It's probably Raj, yeah, using some app here. Like, why don't you find the caste system so racist?
Manny?
Bro, tell him, to be the black guy at the bottom then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Manny?
No, in India.
Yeah,
In
cuz
India.
I'm listening, man. I ain't
Bro,
got
this guy's a troll.
Hold on, man. So, do you hear what he's saying, Manny? Like he said, why would you be the black guy on the bottom?
Yeah, where the gun?
Fuck's sake, bro.
Both of them and Ulrich and that.
I don't know what happened there.
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, anything.
You're taking the piss.
Are you guys there?
Yeah. So shush. So Manny. Manny.
Oh. No. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Hey, Raj. Hey, Raj.
Hey, Guru.
Hey, Raj.
My
How's
name
your
is
mom's
Raj.
basement?
I think you can see on there.
How's your mom's basement?
Harkirat Singh. Yeah, Singh is lion because it was derived from lion, but it ain't lion because we ain't got to tell you.
Okay, so Manny.
Yeah, cause.
Do you hear what they were saying about would you be the black man on the bottom?
Yeah, that was the last thing I heard. Last thing I listened to, but I think, to be honest with you, yeah, like for me, the father of mankind is Gorbin Singh, the father of mankind. So who's yours? Because you might have Adam or you might have someone else, yeah. And when you find him, yeah, then you'll never care about how it was because you know who the father is, and that's what it is, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but everyone has one, yeah, because that's what we believe. You see what I'm saying? And if you ain't, then Guru will always call you his son if you come to him. And it's as simple as that. Yeah, we ain't got to go back to snakes or apes, like Darwin said, or go back to the Big Bang, the cell that's smaller than an atom. We ain't got to go back to that, yeah, because.
What the fuck are you on about?
The father of mankind, man, trust me, Guru Gobind Singh, 10th master, and that's how I see it as a Sikh. They have.
What is it, the man or the teachings you're on about, bro?
Nah.
Yo.
We're all the sons of the Most High as well. We're all sons of Most High.
Yo, bro. You on about the man? The Guru, the man, or his teachings? I don't get what you're saying. Cause to me, it sounds like you want
this guy's trolling, bro.
Can you guys just feel my nipples?
So I mean, this guy's trolling.
No, I'm listening. And you've said that a few times now, but what I was saying is Guru for me, you just asked me what is Guru, and it is the book, what you call a book. For me, for Sikhs, it's the physical embodiment of the 10 living Gurus, and that's what Guru is.
Hey, Jedi, this man's gonna hack your channel, fam. Get rid of him, bro.
By definition,
Get
it's
rid of him.
infallible. By definition, it's infallible, and the Creator Himself is infallible.
Jedi,
and they're the only two
trust
things
me, bro. Get rid of
that
him.
are
He
now
hacked
infallible.
Go Live's channel.
Yo, this is crazy, bro. Like,
hey, Jedi, get rid of him, bro.
No, because we're talking about black betterment, yeah. And I'm gonna tell you how it links in, and you'll see. Yeah, because the biggest
you'll
things
see.
destroying
Your
us
mum
today.
links me up, bro. Shut your mouth.
Yo,
The
let him
biggest.
talk, man.
Yeah, so it's the biggest things that are destroying us today. It isn't Rothschilds or Illuminati. There's even bigger than that. There's even something bigger than that, and I've experienced it. Yeah, and that is,
That's
lust,
cock.
anger, greed, attachment, ego, and pride, and this stuff. Yeah, these five. What I'm saying is,
Yo,
Yo, African
yo. Hey, Jedi. Jedi. Just this guy, yeah, is deluded, yeah, head to toe, bro.
Okay.
He's talking about, yeah, my dad left. Come on, bro. Shut your mouth,
Raz.
Raj, yeah? Raj,
Raz.
shut your mouth, yeah. Manisinda, shut your mouth.
Yo.
Raz, you clocking magic, yeah? Are you clocking
Fam,
magic?
Jedi, listen to how he's speaking, fam. And then I just want to talk about the caste system in India.
Oh man!
In India, we had the caste system, but that's not the point, Reja. My dad, I just want to talk about, bro. This guy's a hacker, bro.
Yeah, bro. I hear what you're saying, bro. Still.
Bro, hey Jedi, if you're not careful, fam, your password will get changed tomorrow, rapid.
Nah, I hear that, man. I wouldn't want that.
Yo, bro, get rid of him, bro. Didn't you see Go Live's media thingies live stream yesterday? He hacked it, bro.
Is that true? Why? How do you know it was him?
Bro, ask Go Live. Ring Go Live right now.
Yeah, bring him on, man.
Huh? Did you hack his account?
What were you talking about me this whole time?
Yeah, he was talking about you.
Cousin, I've never spoken to him in my life.
All right, yo, bro, I'm gonna bounce in it. I don't want some random picture of me on Speaker's Corner and that channel, random exposure or something.
What are you talking, bro? It's too late. You're out there, man. Forget that, man.
Cousin, we might have to let him go. His connection's bad.
Eh?
Whose connection is bad? You're African.
Yo.
What was you saying about what? Your picture on social media?
Nah, bro, I don't even know, fam. Yeah, my advice to you would be Jedi, fam. Yeah, like, yo, this guy sounds like, bruv, and bro, I'd get rid of him rapid, bro, if I was you, bro. I've not seen Go Live, bro. Go Live had 2 channels, fam. He's had to change them, bro.
Yeah, but you're blaming Manny for that.
No, not Manny. I'm blaming this guy, bro. But I said I was Indian.
Yeah, that's Manny. That's Manny.
That's not Manny Sanders, bro.
That is.
It's not, bro. I can see it on the screen, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you too.
Yeah, Manny sing. Guru ka sing. The Guru sing.
He said he's Manny Singh. He never said he's Sanchez.
Bro.
All right, my bad.
Bro, I got Africa's back, bro. This guy's got about 10 profiles, fam.
Exactly. Thank you, Mark.
I just don't like shouting, raising my voice. To be
honest. Muka, tell him, bro.
I had an argument with him the other day, man. He's a man.
Yeah, Muka.
Oh, you had an argument with him the other day. What happened?
What happened?
On one of the hangouts, man. I just left, man, because he's a madman. It's not worth it, man.
I told you, Jedi.
He just dribbles on. He just says the same thing. Everything he said now, he said before. But, you know, if man want to hear it, man can hear it.
No, yeah, but I'm saying, you're not saying the same thing that Pharaoh's saying, no?
No, I'm saying I agree with him that he might have done these things because he has multiple accounts. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you know what his thing is? He just talks meaninglessly. He just talks in a circle and just doesn't get nowhere. That's all I've clocked with, man.
Yeah. But has he got enough accounts? He's got better accounts, fam.
Exactly, Muka. Check this, fam. Yeah, the other day, I was on a hangout. Yeah, and this guy came on, fam. Yeah, and 2-2s, yeah. Go Live's Media's channel went down.
Trolling, bro. I swear. Because he usually has a profile
Oh,
picture.
hey guys, don't start bullying me. This is not fair.
African Pharaoh, what country you from, bro?
I've told these guys before, man.
Okay.
Hey Manny.
Yeah.
Can you drop a comment in the live chat, please?
Yeah.
Drop a comment. They
course,
Guru,
man, of course.
Guru Singh, or whatever. Talk about a guru, the 10th master, in the chat.
Hey, Mowgli. Mowgli.
Who's Mowgli?
Jungle Book.
Who's Mowgli? Huh?
Whoever that guy is.
His name's Manny, bruv. His name's Manny. His name clearly says Manny there. Why are you calling him Mowgli for?
Bruv, I don't believe that, bro.
The guy's blind.
Yeah, so what, Manny?
Yo, don't say no. Don't say no on B2.
Yeah.
Don't
Yo,
say
Manny,
no.
are you dropping a comment?
I just dropped the comment. And while I got
B2,
the
bro.
too, I wasn't bullying anyone.
Yo.
Where's your comment? I don't see. Where's your comment? Where's your comment on the YouTube? In the YouTube chat. Yo, Manny.
Oh yeah. No, that what? So you want me to go on YouTube and type in? Yeah, I'll do that now. But I'm not going to turn the mic off then because I'm on the phone.
You don't want? No, you don't have to turn off the mic. Just go on YouTube, innit?
What is it? Content over at COE?
See what I mean? Yo, Mowgli. It's called Red Pill Trail.
Yeah, I know who Red Pill Trail is.
So why you not coming in then?
No, I didn't know who.
African Pharaoh, what country you from, bro?
Rwanda.
Okay.
Cousin, you know what? Yeah, these comments aren't nice, but hey.
No, they're not horrible. They're not horrible comments.
But
Why
anyway,
you upset, Mowgli?
Mowgli, man.
Stop calling him Mowgli, man. What the fuck has he done to you, bro?
Jedi, you'll find out when your account's been hacked tomorrow, fam.
Yeah, you know what my name is, yeah. And all I wanted to say was that which has already been said, and I've got nothing else to say. Because I've been hearing what you guys have got to say. I've been hearing it, and
Hey, Jedi,
questions,
Jedi, on my mom's, yeah. This guy chat shit, bro. Trust me, bro.
Oh, you two must have something in common then. You must be brothers.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man.
Yo, Jedi, that guy will hack your account differently, fam.
Yeah, safe, man. Stop bringing it onto me, man. Maybe he's gonna hack your account for calling him a
No,
mug.
I ain't gonna hack my account, bro, because I smack man's dad up, bro. Differently.
I hear you still. I hear you.
That's what I mean. Hey, I'm not one of these guys, yeah.
Have you got locks or something? Have you got long hair?
Do you know?
I'm just asking if you have, because you sound
Yeah. I've seen you before, bro, and Mooker as well, and Respect. What
kind of hair have you got? Locks.
Yeah, I got locks and I got dreads though. Still.
I'm seeing.
But I've seen you, man, at the speaker's corner, fam. But it's tight. I'm talking about like last year, innit? Yeah. And I seen you, man. Yeah. And I was chatting to you, man. And then obviously you, man, you doing that gang thing, innit? You was filming a video, and Leon came over, innit? And then you, man, had to stop in that, bro. And so I was like, yeah, man, safe, man. I watch your thing, and Jedi, you was like, yeah, man, safe, bro. You was in that army thing, innit? The army like outfit, innit, fam?
Yeah, I hear you still.
So I've met you, man, and that, bro. Bro, I ain't got no beef with you, man, bro. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I'm ain't little muppet though, fam. Do you know what I mean, bro? But obviously, I'm cool with you, man. You get me? Obviously, because you man feed me knowledge, fam. You get me?
I
You
don't,
man
but
feed, bro.
Mac definitely. You
fuck off,
just
man.
bring that knowledge up. Mac could definitely be feeding you knowledge. And
Hey, Maku, yeah. At the end of the day, fam. Yeah? Hey, let me say one thing, man. Them, yeah. You man made, yeah. That black Christian guy apologized, yeah, for speaking to Tan. But Maku, the week before Tan brought out that manifesto, you was chilling with him, backing him up against Omar. So come on, bro. You need to apologize as well.
He don't apologize. My bad man don't apologize. 1, 2. I don't see Chinese man. You ain't seen no video with no Chinese man. Are you dumb?
What? Let me just send it in the link right now, bro, and embarrass you.
Bro, you can do what you want, bro. You don't chill.
Exactly.
What I'm saying is, yeah, me and a couple of my friends went to talk to them, and then the camera changed. That was it.
How long you been growing your locks for, African?
About not long, fam. Obviously, I got him grown to a certain extent, and then I got him braided in it, obviously off my auntie and that, but not long.
How long you been growing them though?
I'd probably say, fam, yeah, like I ain't cut my hair for like 3 years. Obviously, man use that product though, you know, to like soften up your hair so you can get like curled up in that, fam.
Texturizer, yeah.
What?
Texturizer, yeah.
Bro, I'm breaking up. Say that again.
I said texturizer, man said. You using texturizer?
Yeah.
What do you wash your hair with?
Shampoo product, bro.
And does it take like proper long to dry and shit? My hair takes ages, man.
Nah, it just burns, bro.
It just what?
Burns.
What do you mean burns? What do you mean burns?
Oh, this
that picture you got up here, that ain't me though. Still.
Okay. So what do you mean by it burns though? What do you mean that? What? Yo, Pharaoh.
Yo.
Pharaoh.
Yo.
How long did it take you to dry your hair?
It depends, bro.
Depends on what. Like I'm saying, averagely, because your hair must be pretty long. It's like 3 years.
Jedi.
Yo, King.
Look, man's back and man disappeared.
Who?
You get me? We've got Africans gone, walkabout, and the thing you come back with a different profile.
Yeah, that's mine, man. It's cool, man.
Yeah, I told you, man. He's got bare profiles, son. He's just got bare accounts.
Yo, African, yo. You gone, yeah? Well, go on. I just wanted to know how long it takes to... Because them gents, they be looking extensive. That is insane, bro. That is absolutely insane.
Yo.
What go on, fam?
What go on, brother?
Yeah, what you saying now?
What you say?
No, we're just talking about your locks.
Bro.
Just admit you don't have locks.
Put more heat, man.
Just admit you don't have locks.
Bro.
Admit you don't have locks and that you've got like a start like you got dents in your head that look like the belt of Orion or something.
Yeah, I love you, man. I'm looking at my old pic though. Come on.
It's not an old pic. You just chatting. Literally was talking live. In fact, if I press play on this video, you watch that the image actually moves. Yeah. Like I don't know what you're thinking, bro. Like you get me, but it's a good thing it's not you. You get me? See that?
Oh my God.
Well, yeah. Your locks though, man. I want to talk about your locks, fam. So what, you ain't got locks then?
Bro, when I seen you, fam, yeah, I had locks, fam. And if you want, yeah, if listen, Jedi. Jedi Mocha. If you listen.
You don't have locks now. You don't have locks now. Yes or no?
No.
No. So why did you say you did?
No, I said I used to.
No, you never. I said, do you have locks now? What's your hair like now? Do you have locks now? Yes, you definitely said you have locks now, bro.
Yeah, bro, I used to, fam. Rewind it.
No, you said you have locks now. Forget used to. That's what you said, isn't it? So what? Can I take it? You're just a shit chatter then. You can't even be real now. Be real now. Be real, innit? Wow. Is it a struggle to be real, fam?
Bro, it ain't a struggle to be real with me, fam.
I'll be real then, innit? What the fuck?
All right, bro. I'll be real, yeah. I'll be real when I see you at Speaker's Corner, fam. You and Muka. I'll be real then, fam.
I don't get that, man. That's weird. That's funny, man. You know your whole face is on this video. I'm just letting you know. It's not just the top of your head. Like, I'm letting you know your camera's been off the entire time. You know this, innit? Yeah, I just want to... Alright, cool. So, while you're talking wicked, I hope you're not trying to make some threat. Like, you're not going to be a mystery guy that rolls up to me. And even if you are a mystery guy, you better shoot your shot real quick, bro. Because no one will roll up to me, masked up, and get within arm's length of me, bro. Anyway,
Yo, Jedi.
You want to talk about why you lied about your dreads? Like, why you're begging... I don't beg dread, though. A man now for beg dread, you know. It's not a big dread thing, you know.
All right, say nothing.
Ah, man. You just patterned yourself, bro. You just patterned yourself up, man. That's ridiculous. Just lying. Yeah, man. Yeah. What shampoo? It's the same as you saying that you're in France in a villa. You're really not. But it's so sad. I'm so sad you think we believe that. Twice your camera's betrayed you, bro. You need to get a new phone. Get me? So where are you? Because you're not in a villa. Are you where you sound like you are? Which is Newcastle or some shit? Are you just in Newcastle, my brother? Tell me the truth. Oh, shit. Is he ducked out again? Yo, Pharaoh. Anyway, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Let's leave it. Let's move on. Let's move on, family. What you lot saying, though, man? That was jokes. Still, man just exposed himself and just faded out. Huh?
Yeah, put the camera thing off. Yeah, playing a lot.
Are you still on the business trip? African, you still on a business trip?
Uh-oh.
So you've been there for a while. You've been there for a while and you don't seem to know what area you're in. You said, let me look it up. And you didn't come back and tell us where you were.
Uh-oh.
Man said, where are you? You said, let me look it up.
I don't know.
Your family villa in Paris, yeah, and you have to go look up
in the
where you are. Fuck's sake. And yesterday, my man was 18. Today he's 20.
Yeah. Okay.
And man's begging Jeds with a dented up forehead. Hey, man's forehead look like Rascal at Nigeria roads and that. You know that? Bare potholes. Man's looking like Moon Crater out here, just telling lies. Oh, fuck it, yo.
That's the right head.
Fuck it, yo. Nah. African Pharaoh, my brother, and you're just hanging in there. I appreciate the support, man. Hey, man's forehead was dented. Hey, wherever he is, bro, yeah, I don't know, bro. Shit. I had the real the slumdog forehead. You know what I mean? It's a nut life. That's it. You know that his forehead was just, it's a nut. His forehead reminded me of the man that stand at the edge of the train and say, I'm sorry to interrupt your evening. I've recently been made homeless and I'd appreciate 50 pence if I could just...
Oh, he's good. Yeah. Oh, peaceful.
Man's forehead made me feel guilty of that. Made me want to go and donate. You get me? I wish I had super chat on this, bro, so I could start some Jizzy awards for his forehead. My God. My God. Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, shit. Man looks like he's been playing airsoft with no mask on. Taking bare ball bearings to the face. Fucking hell. Oi, you lot.
Yeah.
Fucking have African Pharaoh's forehead, yeah? Or drink the pig blood soup.
Yo, you're dangerous, bro.
Man's drinking pig blood soup. I ain't having that forehead. I refuse. Oh, no. Oh, shit. We need to start a GoFundMe, man.
I'll do that food talk. I have to go out and bust out and get some food, man. I'm hungry.
Yeah. I had a little food, but I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really hit that spot.
I know. Well, I don't know what balls and penis is like. Anyway.
Oh,
Look, he's in the chat laughing.
Huh?
He's in the chat. I said laughing.
Them man, they're full for it, you know. Oh, it's definitely not him. They fell for it. Oh, come on, bro. Man saw you talking. Everything. That's the wickedest thing. Man said we fell for it, you know.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Well, rewind the stream, baby.
Yeah, all you gotta do is rewatch it, man. You see yourself in HD. You get me?
Reel up.
Reel come again, like it's worth.
Yeah, come back again next time, man. You just roasted yourself. That's crazy, fam.
Yo, what will man have against the Barlets?
No, it's not against no Barlet, you know. Not against no Barlet.
Don't know me, I have to represent for the Barlet, them.
Trust me, fam. A man's like, hey, man's a Barlet, a man's like, hey, claiming locks and that. You get me? He wants to be like Uncle Jed's and that. Said, yeah, I got locks, yeah. for about 3 years. These times, man's looking right at his tough, non-existent. Bro, you ain't even got hairline, let alone fucking locks, bro.
I know. Still loading. Man got him still loading hairline.
Pending. Hairline pending. And that's hairline's pending.
Oh, man is savage.
Don't piss me off. Oh, fuck.
So he said it burns, man.
Huh?
A man said it burns.
Man, what's that mean? What do you even mean by it burns?
That's why the gun.
What does that fucking mean, bro?
That's why the gun, man, burnt them off stuff.
He burned it off.
I was like, yeah, it burns. Like, yeah. So, well, how'd you dry your hair? Yeah. Like, yeah. What are you talking about? That just shows he don't even know how to bluff. Like, man's never had hair. He's never had to worry about how to wash his Get me?
Towel full of hair.
No hair. Bald Pharaoh. Say nothing.
Yeah, the Pharaohs wore wigs as well, innit?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what you saying? Man needs to wear a wig. I said, yeah. Oh, I was there with my locks. I was standing right next to you. Yeah, I saw you at Speaking Corner. Bro, get the fuck out of here. That bullshit. You ain't never left Newcastle, man. You ain't never left the River Tyneside.
I know, you know the one there, small room.
Trust me, man.
Smallest villa I ever seen.
You've been in Biker Grove your whole life, talking about Paris Villa. And we can see that he was in that. Like, you know that his camera came on when he's saying he's in a Paris villa, and you can just see the dead flat. It's like, right, what's happening there? This don't look like no villa.
Yeah, small apartment, man.
Yeah, man. Small boy. And you know there's some houseboy somewhere. Someone's houseboy.
Yeah, they're going to call him in a hot minute. Yeah.
Oh my god. Man said Sosa said he's in the locker room in IKEA and Going on like, yeah. Did the shift. Say
Man,
that,
make you pay for man to come over. Yeah, I'll pay for you, man, to come to France. Like, what?
Get me.
No, man, how about you come back here and give my money?
Come on, man. Yeah, I'll pay for you. Yeah, come out here. What, and we're going to come out, you're going to pay for us to come out here and look you in your forehead. You're dead in your forehead. Yo, you better sell that filler, bro.
Yo, you man, roast him, fam. Roast him.
Oh, well, you're still trying to pretend that wasn't you. Pharaoh,
you have to show the video again.
You got a sickness, bro. You're not well. You're actually not well, fam.
Yo,
is that sad, bro?
Get me?
Say that again,
said man needs to stop lying, you know. Otherwise, you know the one dread that he's got left at the back, that off
Man's got that dread ponytail. You got a dread ponytail.
Man, something like Black Raj, you should wear a turban.
Your mom should wear a turban.
Yo.
Hey, Mocha, listen to me, fam. Yeah, I will see you again, bro, on street, yeah. And I guarantee you'll be shut, bro, like last time, bro. You're a little muppet, bro. That's what you are, bro. You're shot. What?
I wasn't even the one running your forehead, and you want to talk about me. Anyway.
Rocky Road.
Man, you got shot down, man.
I told you they never landed on the moon. They landed on his forehead, man. Compare the craters, fam. You see?
Oh shit. Yo, B-Team, man, you there?
Oh shit. Man's got moon crater forehead. Talking wicked about
Yo,
when you see
B2, man. B2, bro, you there?
Yeah, bro, I'm here, man.
Okay. Yo, what you think? What do you think of all this?
What do I think about it? It's silly, isn't it?
Trust.
Yeah, my man's chatting some stuff. I was actually just shocked that my man didn't know he was on. It looked like he was using the thing as a camera, like a mirror.
Yeah.
On stage. Looking right into it. So
he's shining his teeth.
Did you see the one where he was peeking behind the curtain? I was like, raw. Peeking behind the curtain. Yeah. Like, why are you peeking behind the curtain with your own phone? Yeah, nigga, I thought he was trying to scare us on purpose. I didn't know.
As far as I'm concerned, you can't bring me no scientific evidence, yeah, that there is any hairline on that head, bro. Yeah, just me, yeah.
He might be cold-blooded. He might be cold-blooded.
he might be a reptile chicken.
Yeah. He might have to go out in the sun and let the sun shine off the forehead and heat up the body. And then man can function properly.
But yeah, man. I don't know, man. Lying is a deep thing, like pointless as well. Yeah, I've got locks. Why, man?
Yeah, I know. Just need to go there.
Yo, Jedi, I got locks, man. For 3 years. So and then Jedi goes, "Hey, yo, you've been growing your locks for 3 years. So how long is it?" "Yeah, bro, it's long, fam." What a little idiot, bro. What the hell, man?
That was the thing.
Fucking hell. And the guy didn't even notice that the thing was on. That's the P thing.
Then he said before that I was using texturizer.
Jedi tried them things on me a couple of times still.
Man said, yeah.
It was magic.
Man said, nah, you're just looking at my old picture. That's why. Bro,
you gone crazy. He's nuts, isn't it? Old picture. So straight away he admitted that was him. And then he was like, oh, that's not even me. Oh, yeah, you lot carry on dissing him. And he came on going on like that. That's a sick person there, you know. You get erosion, and you come up with that.
My man. But it's you.
He's a sick guy, bro.
Yeah, my man. My man's you, blood.
You know what it is? It's like in the Scooby-Doo and that when they unveil who the villain is and he's still pretending. Like he's still pretending like it's not him. Yeah. And he's masking bro. Yo, chill out, fam. This is the end of the episode, G. What's going on for my brothers, man? Brothers are lost in the streets, man. Wherever he is.
You mean the country lanes? You mean the country lanes?
This is why he got all defensive when you said where in France was he? Or did you say where in Paris?
I said where in Paris.
Yeah, and then he said, yeah, let me look it up. But hold on, this is your family villa that you're there for business. Like,
yeah, I knew something was up, man. I knew something was up when he said that, bro. I knew something was up still.
Let me go look it up. And then he never came back with where he was. Like, what, you been kidnapped or something? What the fuck? You know what you are? Like, what do you mean let me look this up? You be telling everyone, yeah, I'm still out here. Like, well, you get me?
Them man, they know. Mocha and Jeds, they know. We don't
Mocha. African pharaoh. Man said African forehead. Oh, that's rude. Nah. I know who it is.
I'm done.
Nah, but you got to spell forehead with a PH.
You got that Kilimanjaro forehead, so.
Hey, it's got to be forehead with a PH, yeah? No more forehead. African forehead.
Yeah, that's jokes, fam. That's jokes.
Shit.
Fuck.
I don't even know where to start with. What Instagram filter to put on that, bro? I don't even know what picture. Don't take pictures ever. Wow. African forehead with a PH. Now that I'm dead now. He said, "You do realize I'm trolling you? Like, how are you trolling us? I don't get it."
You trolled yourself.
And you know what? Yeah, well, hold on a second. Yeah, you trolled yourself, man. That's silly. That was too funny, fam. My G's. Yeah, man. We're coming to the end of this. Unless you lot wanted to drop something, let's balance it out with some realness, because we had Maku's silliness telling us that the reptiles are not cold-blooded and all this stupid. We had Pharaoh talking shit about having locks and shit. We had some good conversation in between. Does anyone else want to wrap up with a final thought or something that they want to speak on? Anything that they wanted to say, man?
Anything they want to say?
Yeah, African Pharaoh has been crowned the African forehead.
African forehead, man. Fucking hell.
Left the shake.
His career's done. If he had a spanner, I would have revoked it at that very moment. That was it, man.
I think we should all hold hands and give each other hugs and say Pharaoh got exposed.
Yo, I think this guy's actually.
You see his forehead? Hey.
You know when you're trying to revive something and trying to like get back salvage some humor, blood.
The guy said he was from France. Go on, say it again. Thanks, boys. I'll show him tomorrow and say your forehead got exposed.
What's that, back in Newcastle or back in Paris? Where was that?
Wherever he told me he was from, I don't give a fuck, bro.
Oh, yeah, have you not seen that film Split?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely African Pharaoh right now, fam. Definitely African Pharaoh.
It probably is, fam.
Bro, this brother's like proper, like, what is it? dissociative personality disorder. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
You think you're
Me? Nah. Nah.
Who are you?
Bro. Hey, I guarantee you, man, yeah, we'll see the real African Pharaoh, yeah, soon, yeah, and you will not be impressed, fam, because that guy's a prick for what he did to me, fam. You get me?
Wait,
So
what? You're
fuck
not the
him.
real.
So fuck
Wait,
him. And I'm glad.
Yo, shit. I'm confused, bro. Wait, hold on.
I'm glad you, man, seen his forehead and is getting laughed at.
Yo, man, you hear this, bro?
Fuck him, bro.
I didn't even want to sit up and roast, man. I just ended up.
Ready to put him and Betty in a convo together, bro.
Yo, my man, listen, yeah, man, my man is talking about himself.
This feels
it's
like
not
some fucking movie.
Yo, what the fuck, man? Yo, did you man just clock what he was doing there, fam?
In the third party, mate. I told you, madness.
Straight third party.
Oh, I did see everything today. Hey. Oh my gosh, man. That's some madness, bro. My man was talking. Yeah, that guy's a dickhead.
Oh, so what you saying? He's now saying that he's not African Pharaoh. Explain it to me. He's saying he's hold on.
Bro, this one, no, bro. Yo, clock what no, I don't think you man clocked what he was saying. Yeah, my man was like, African Pharaoh, that guy in the screen is a proper dickhead. Yeah, this is why.
He was just basically talking about himself in a circle eating.
Nah, but he was
an attention seeking thing, bro.
This thing's run up funny, you know.
Oh, boys.
Yeah, it's an attention seeking thing. Man's giving him enough of it as well.
Nah, man, it's just funny, bro. Cause like my mom was like, "Yo, the African Pharaoh dude is a fucking idiot. He's a waste man." This is why I pretended to be him.
It went left where man said, especially what he done to me. It was like, oh, come on, man, I'm done.
Yeah, so what's he saying he done? African forehead. Like, what on?
Oh, I shouldn't laugh, man.
He was molested by himself.
Right, Oric, you're funny.
How you molest yourself?
Oh no, this is the funniest. You know when I seen this last, bro? I seen this last in that Split movie, fam. That's why I'm laughing. I see the similarities here, bro. I shouldn't be laughing, but it's funny. It's funny. My man is acting as if he's not in the room.
Bro, he's attention seeking though. You know that though.
Oh shit. Oh man. Red
You know my man chose. Even if man legitimately did have that split personality disorder thing, yeah. You know my man willingly chose when he clocked that my man's dance got baited. He chose, right, I don't want to be this person no more. I'm gonna be someone else.
That's the funny thing about it, bro.
Nah, yeah, it's not legitimate. He's attention seeking, trolling, trying to save face, all of that. He's right through it, bro.
Bro, I'm just saying that's the funniest shit I've seen in days, man.
Yeah, but you can't even give man as much credit as the Split film because it's not legitimate.
It's true.
My man's just really trying to save face, bro.
Like, it's messed up.
Oh, boys, man, this was a good laugh tonight, boys. This is a good laugh.
Yo, the man never think he spun round on the chair when he started to talk, though.
Say that again?
You think he spun round on the chair when he started to talk about the African Pharaoh, the dickhead, innit? Oh, yo,
bro, my man was saying that African Pharaoh is a dickhead. I don't like that. He did all this shit to me.
Get him back for the shit he done to me. Yeah, how have you got him back?
Bro, like my man in Lord of the Rings.
Him and Betty, like BT said, yeah, him and Betty will make a beautiful conversation from.
No, I never said beautiful, bruv.
Good conversation, man. A good conversation to watch, man. Oh man, this is funny, mate.
We'll be back with brother. So.
That was actually jokes. Still, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm impressed, yeah, at his dedication. I'm impressed.
I said
He's
his
got
dedication, bro.
Yeah, he was dedicated to that storyline. Like, I don't even. Yeah, who's getting timed out? Who's getting timed out? What's Nemesis said now? Let me just see this. Talk about Islam. He just got timed out. Nemesis. Hey, I gave that a code. Man said talk about Islam, yeah, and he just got timed out. Like, no, definitely not.
Yeah. The headache,
Oh, I literally have a tear coming out of my eye, fam.
Oh, Maku is not real. Oh, that's what they're trying to say. Maku, you're not real. Some man screaming out, you're not real, bro.
I'm a fake guy. I know.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on, bro? Like, mental health is a big thing in the community, fam.
It is. In what community? On the online community, definitely. The bigger thing is magnified.
Oh, shit.
Am I wrong? It's magnified.
No, you're right, man. You're right.
But it's definitely a problem in real life as well, though.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
But social media is a drug, innit?
Funny shit, boy. Funny shit.
Yeah. And if social media is a drug, then we're right now, presently in the trap house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
My said African Pharaoh's a
He's a dickhead, fam. I'm just here to fuck up his career and somehow speak and pretend to be him. I'm just using his voice. I'm speaking through him. I don't know.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
What's that?
And he said that when you meet the real African Pharaoh, tell him he's a dickhead and I don't like it. Wow, the dedication. But you know what the funny thing is, yeah, man got caught, yeah. It's like, you know when man. It's like man gets caught, yeah, but man still pretending. It's like, yo. Oh man. Jokes, man, jokes.
And African Pharaoh, please go and visit your closest dermatologist. I'm telling you, fam, right about now. Or go grab yourself some polyfiller. You get me?
or go chat to or go chat to Charlemagne the God. He'll give you some tips.
Huh?
Or go chat to Charlemagne the God. He'll give you some tips.
On what? What is he doing? Bleaching. So it's gonna bleach. Why do bleaching people look so funny, man? They get the blue grey lips like that.
You know what they call them in African countries that speak French. They call them Fanta Coca. So they're like Fanta Coca-Cola.
Why Fanta Coca-Cola? What do you mean?
Because when they bleach, parts of them is like dark like Coca-Cola, and the other side is like yellow like Fanta, fam. Orange like Fanta. So they call them Fanta Coca.
Fanta Coca. Anyway, man, that was funny. I think that I'm just gonna wrap it up here because I don't think I can get any better than that. 3 hours, that's enough, man. Enough is enough, man. Let's not drag it out. Let everyone have a good evening. You get me? 8:45, it's a decent time to lock off the live stream. But here what, I'm gonna leave the link in there. You lot are welcome to join the actual hangout and speak while we're offline. You get me? And if you lot behave, that hangout will always be there, and you lot can always go in there and chat and listen and whatnot. Get me? Yeah, man, that was good, man. Let's not drag it on. Thank you, African Pharaoh. Thank you. Like, bare people came on that actually gave me jokes today. Big up all the Americans that was in. And who's this now? Saved by Grace. Is he in now or is he not?
Yeah, he's another one, man.
Did he just jump in now?
He's not in anymore, bro.
He came in and went out earlier.
Well, am I still seeing his picture in the thing? But How long ago was he? Did he come in? Like a minute ago?
At the beginning?
Yeah, no, yeah, at the beginning. But I can see his picture in the thing now. Like not now, but whatever. You know what I mean? I think he just popped up and we realized it's there. Big up, yeah. Please hit like before you on your way out. Hit like and subscribe, please. You get me? Hit like and subscribe so that the video is shared with more people, seen with more people, grow the audience. You get me? Yeah, man, that's it, man. Bust a little joke, spit a little knowledge. This man, you know, the whole shebang. You get me? Cut a little cussing match. You get me? You even had to suck your mum in there, or someone's mum was this. It's not a show.
Yeah, African Pharaoh's mom was this one.
Yeah, someone's mum has to get dissed every show. Yeah, that's just part of it.
I said it.
Huh?
I said, yeah, I said it.
Yeah, man. Maku tried to run up his mouth today as well, and then proceeded to tell everyone else to shut up. Don't tell me I'm a big man. Don't tell me shut up. Hey, shut up, shut up, shut up. Hey, shush, man, shut up.
I've been telling people to shut up a lot lately. I don't know what's going on with me.
Maku's been riding on. Maku was going for African Pharaoh as soon as he came in. He's like, nah, shut up, shut him out, shut up.
Yeah, no, get me? I knew what he was about, man. Come on, man.
You know where he's gonna take it.
Yeah, I knew he was just chatting shit, man. He just comes to do his thing, but you exposed him, man. I was fast, sure. I remember that he was 18, now he's 20. Like, rah. Man's in the Louvre. Man's in the Louvre in Paris, but he doesn't know where he is. It's a mad thing.
Villa, man. Villa life.
We get this online and we get it in the park. Trust me. Very weirdo.
Oh, man said, Ultra Funk is in the comments saying, Maku is the type of guy to think reptiles are warm-blooded.
Yeah, until he can explain to me what a bird is.
Nah, man. I still think that's fucking funny. But at the end of the day, let me not be ignorant. I'm open to it. I'm open.
I don't know how you're gonna accept one and not the other one. That's a mad thing. You're gonna let them tell you that and then tell us that we shouldn't listen.
I think it's you, like to be honest, yeah. Like the whole thing about species, I could maybe agree because I know that you got the duck-billed platypus, which is a mammal that lays eggs but has a bill. You get me? So I definitely feel that there's an issue with the classifications. So I'm gonna agree with that. You get me? I'm gonna agree with that. Yeah.
There are some, as I said, there's some. It's not all, but there are some. And then some have obviously got adaptations now that they call in evolution. I don't deal with evolution. I just deal with the idea of adaptation and changing.
But can you adapt into a different species?
No, you can't. No.
Would you agree that a bird and an iguana is a different species?
Definitely.
Pardon?
Definitely.
Would you believe that a reptile and a mammal is species?
What are you saying?
A reptile and a mammal is different species.
Not entirely. There might be some that might be
of the same species.
Adaptation. You know what I'm saying? Like they've got fur now.
So they adapted until they're a reptile, but they're still a mammal.
No, they look different. As they said, they look like mammals, but they're not really mammals. They might be still reptiles. You get what I'm saying? Just with adaptation. Because how do we get these animals, like some certain ones, like bears and stuff? I don't know what is that like. What is that stem from? Is that a monkey base? Is that, you know? These questions we should ask. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, there's definitely questions to ask still. Yeah, Yasin, come in the chat, man. Come in the chat. Once we come off being live, come in the chat, man. Get me. Come say one. But yeah, like up the show, people, man. Hit like on your way out. Hit like, Get me? And subscribe. Like and subscribe. Go through the videos on my channel. Like them up. Show some love, man. Share something, man.
It was something different, man. It was something different, man. As you say, like, boy, you can go on other channels in here, man, talking about the R word. Yeah,
You're not trying to say it for me.
Yeah, get me?
You know, even if we're not gonna get too deep, we're gonna bust 2 jokes or whatever, make you smile, make you whatever. Like, this is what I'm about. It's more about balance for me than trying to go on like I'm some professor and I'm trying to disprove someone's scaddy. You get me? We decided that's the new word for scaddy. Scaddy. Get me? I ain't trying to go against no one's scaddy, so you lot should all be like flocking over here, innit?
Yeah, for real.
The scaddy is safe, you get me? The scaddy beneath.
Put it in your pocket. Put it in your pocket.
Get me?
Put it in your pocket.
Hey. But Raz, you take the L. You get donkey of the day today, just for trying to big up the Ivory Coast food and it was with bare penis and balls.
Come on, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Come on, man. Nah, come on, bro. Be honest, bro. Be honest.
Always winning. Nigeria's always winning, bro.
But do you know what? I'm actually gonna end this live stream just so I can watch that live stream on the TV because that was too much fucking jokes. You get me? So I'm gonna watch it on the projector and catch some jokes, man. Kick back. And that was fucking hilarious.
No, that was good stuff.
Yeah, so you lot watched the last live stream that was on before. If you want to catch some jokes similar to this, it was totally funny. Yeah, and we're gone, man. We're out. Big up. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, whatnot. Show some love. And if you're about, come and link me next Sunday at Speaker's Corner, and we can, like, you know, have a little talk or whatnot. Don't do nothing weird, and don't be wearing fake locks. If you're wearing fake locks, you got heavy makeup on the forehead, I know who you are. Yeah. Let me lock this broadcast up.
Yo.